Live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Planet Xbox, episode 81. And we're a little bit short staffed today, but we got a lot of things to talk about. Oh, was that double O mellow that just popped in?
Yeah, I'm stuck in.
What's up? What's up? But nah, you came in.
Good. Is it good?
You good? We good.
All right,
But I am the host, Best Spot Kid Smooth. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Meds, come on, gonna have you take over.
All right, sure thing. What's up, everybody? Meds here. Hope everybody's having a good week. What's good with you, Frogs?
I'm good, brother, man. You know, I got my drink. I got my drink on deck. I'm having me a nice glass of rum on deck for this conversation because I know it's gonna be interesting.
Okay. So making his triumphant return, Frogs. Double O, what's up, bro?
man. Chilling, playing some Rainbow, man. Finished that security up and shit. Living my best life right now.
What's up, Audible? What's going on with you?
What's good, man? Nothing much, man. Just chilling. Just got through mowing the lawn, like I said before, so I'm really chilling. I'm resting. But yeah, man, just got through with the division not too long ago. Well, I reached level 30 or whatever. So I think I'm gonna try some new games or whatever. But yeah, man.
Isn't that when the game opens up? Why are you giving up now? What's up?
Not necessarily giving up. Like I'm gonna go back to it and stuff like that and keep playing it. But you know, it's man, the game is work, man. I was like, when I get to level 30, I'm gonna try some new games and switch it up a little bit because I was playing the division almost every night and it's fun, man. But it's a little repetitive, so I'm trying to break it up a little bit so it won't get stale, you know.
That's all you've been playing lately?
Oh yeah, that and Halo on the weekends.
You put work in Halo, dog? I'm always down to get on that.
Halo, get out of here, Smooth. You ain't trying to play Halo, Smooth. Get out of here.
What? As long as he's playing on console.
Hey, Smooth about that live.
All right, so we'll get on Halo. I'll play some Halo. I love Halo.
Hold on. Double O Mello said he just finished up Sekiro.
Yeah.
I need to get this game done this week because I'm telling you right now, if Days Gone is anything like what I think it's going to be, I don't know when I'm going to finish the Sekiro challenge because I need to get this game done before. Honestly, the next two Sekiro streams might be like 4 to 5 hours each. The next ones I do just so I can try to get it complete. I mean, I got 10 hours. I got to beat the game at 50 hours. I'm on 41 hours. And I don't know. I can't really say where I'm at because I don't know how many bosses I got left, but I need to do it really this week.
You close to the main boss. That was me, a Mellow alumni that jumped in the party because I was about to cuss you smooth up. And I'm like, dude, like you gotta go here, but I remember you can't say nothing.
Yeah.
So I just jumped out. I'm like, man.
Oh yeah, that was you. He's like,
I'm like,
Hey, Smooth, you sound like you're looking forward to Days Gone a lot. What's up with that?
No, Days Gone has been my most anticipated PlayStation game for like ever.
Oh yeah,
ever since they first done it. Yeah, like it was over God of War, over Spider-Man. It was Days Gone, and then Horizon Zero Dawn, and then the field. It was like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? But those were my two main games that I've been wanting. So Days Gone is finally on the horizon. So we'll see what that'll turn out to be like.
Hey, Merch here.
Yo, I'm actually in the car. I'm doing a kid smooth on Weapon Wheel right now.
He's doing a kid smooth.
I'm doing a kid smooth on Weapon Wheel right now.
Wait. Are you about to
Huh?
Are you about to eat something at the same time?
No, I'm not actually. No, I'm not. That would be the ultimate right there.
Okay.
But no, I'm actually headed home right now, so I'll jump on from my PC. But I just wanted to join on with you guys.
All right. Smooth, you might have to take off work, bro.
man.
It's tough because I got a vacation coming up in a couple weeks. I'm going to be traveling to Georgia for like I'll be out there for my birthday as well. So I'm gonna be there for like I don't know about like 5 days or so. I don't know. But I can't wait to get that over with, and then so pretty much I got to get through Sekiro. I got to get through it before. Hey, I want to get through it before. I want to be finished by. If I can get finished by the 24th or the 25th, I'll be all right, dude. If I can't get it done this weekend, I got like 9 hours left.
Interesting.
hours. So
no, I can't say nothing, man. Because I'm gonna fuck around and mess up your money.
You haven't been playing nothing else, Move? Just Sekiro?
No. Anytime, because remember, I've been playing every time I have free time, right? I either stream Sekiro, or when I don't feel like streaming Sekiro, like if I'm not ready to stream Sekiro, I'm playing NBA Live. I've been busting people's asses with like the Brooklyn Nets and Atlanta Hawks. Like,
damn.
I've gotten to a moment where I'm trying out like teams that just like bad teams, and just seeing what I can do with them. Yeah, and I've been going ham. Like I went on like a 30 win streak with the Atlanta Hawks, and then I just stopped playing with them. And then now I'm using the Nets, and I won like 5 in a row. So I've been doing damage. I've been doing dead frogs. I don't know if you want the smoke. I got it on
the system anytime, man. I got it on the PS4. Anytime you want it, we can play.
What's we already went with what everybody's been playing, right?
Nah, I didn't. I've been playing Borderlands Game of the Year edition. I actually beat it. I'm like a couple of trophies away from platinum it. I think it's really cool for the money that they came back out and for their edition. I think it was cool. I think they should have just did a Borderlands kind of like collector's edition with all of the part 1, part 2, and then the pre-sequel all in one. I think that'd have been cool for $39. I think $29 at first. I was like, oh, this might be overpriced. But as I started playing it, I realized like Borderlands 1 is my favorite Borderlands. I think it's still, to me, I think as far as the story is not the strongest story, but I like part 1 better than part 2. Part 2 had a stronger story, but for some reason part 1 was it was genius, Right, so
how long is that game? I've actually never gone through a Borderlands. The only Borderlands game I beat was a Telltale one.
It's probably like 25, 30 hours.
Yeah, I would say I put like I beat every side mission. Basically, like I said, almost platinum the game, and I just hit level 40. So really, you can play it for like 35 hours, and you can probably get if you're playing with somebody, you can probably get almost every trophy or achievement and get 1,000 or platinum in the game. But it's really fun, though. To me, I played it all by myself, but I would rather have played it with somebody because that's the best way to play it to me. But the game is still good, It's still good. But what they did to it, I think they did a really good job of going in there and saying, okay, here's some better resolution. Here's a solid frame rate. The frame rate was the big thing to me. Like that is the biggest difference to me. Like it's solid. It's solid. Because playing on the PS3, it was horrible. But playing it now, I'm like, yeah, I can see going forward when our future consoles, this is what we're going to be used to. Getting more better resolutions and a solid frame rate. I think we should get used to that.
Xbox or PC?
I'm playing
PlayStation.
I'm playing on PlayStation. I'm playing on PlayStation. Yeah, I played it on the PS4 Pro. So I don't even know what resolution it is. If I had to guess, I would say it's probably like 1800. I know it's above, like it's not 4K, total 4K, but I would say it's probably like 1800, maybe 1440, but it's not 1080p. I know that. So if I had to guess, but the resolution aside, the frame rate is freaking great. The frame rate is great. That freaking 60 frames lot is just a big difference. Huge difference.
This is a remaster or is it a port?
They changed some. They added some changes.
I was about to say that. Yeah, it seems like they changed a lot of stuff in this game because it doesn't feel like when you play the game, you're like, okay, it's kind of the same, but there's a lot of things you're like, I don't remember that being like some of the wording, like the whole 9 toes. I was like, damn, is it this? Because it says like it's like 9 toes and he has 3 balls. I was like, wait, did this say that before? And they're like, it gives you a little bit more information about each character. And I mean, it has all the DLC. So for what you're getting for $30, it's worth it. It really is worth it. If you're like a looter shooter kind of guy, and I think what this game kind of did is it kind of brought me back to the days of like, oh man, I love this game, and this is why I love Destiny so much. And this was the original kind of looter shooter feeling, and I'm like, damn, this is what does it. It did it well. It did it really well. So hopefully they do good with Borderlands 3. I don't plan to pick that up day one because I think Rage is going to be a better game, but I'm hoping that Borderlands 3 does well.
Borderlands 3 is due this year.
September, man.
Yeah.
Damn, they put.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm buying Rage over Borderlands 3 is because when I was reading, it was like 60. They went for 60 frames. That right there sold me. That sold me.
I think Rage is gonna be. I can't do id Software games, dog.
No,
really
that game's gonna be hot fire. That game's
That
gonna be hot
gonna
fire.
be fire. That game is
And Doom 2016 is a masterpiece.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
Look,
I found that shit boring.
You crazy?
When they said
Doom?
frame,
Yeah.
Doom was flames.
when they said they were choosing frame rate over resolution, that won me over. That right there won me over with a big open world. They were like, on our top systems, the Pro and the X, we're gonna be doing frame rate over resolution. I was like, yep, I want it. I want to play it.
Rage wasn't really on my radar.
I'm sorry. Let me shout out some games I've been playing. Right.
Go ahead. My bad.
So I've been playing that Shadow of the Tomb Raider on the Xbox.
Nice. Hey, what your thoughts, man?
I like it a lot. I'm only like
underrated,
4.
Bro.
Yeah. I'm only like 4 or 5 hours in. I like it a lot. I like it right now so far more than the other two, right?
No,
So
don't say that shit in public.
I don't care. I've been playing Super Meat Boy on Xbox. That's my shit right there. Been beating that again.
Fire.
Super Meat Boy. Fire.
What is that?
And I went back because I have a list of games that like I feel guilty that I never beat them, so I'm going back and I'm beating them slowly. And I'm playing Super Mario Brothers 3 because I never beat it.
What?
And yeah, I've been
Fire.
playing that. I'm on World 5 right now. I'm playing that right now. Official ass game, obviously. But yeah, I'm late on that. But that's what I've been playing right now. I'm playing that on PC. I'm emulating it, obviously.
Hey, it don't even matter when you play it. The game is, other than Mario World, that's one of the best Marios to me.
Yeah, I'm playing Mario World next. I'm playing that
That
next.
game is
They start trolling you on the last level though. It's like Mario Maker.
Yeah.
They start trolling you at the last one.
Yes. Fire.
Yeah, I mean, hold on. I read somebody in the comments says Shadow of the Tomb Raider is way better than Rise of the Tomb Raider. Hell no. I love Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but Rise I feel like is the best one that they made. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is best when it comes to, I feel like the platforming and the tomb raiding in Shadow of the Tomb Raider is the best of them all because they perfected it. But as far as I enjoyed the balance of like action and raiding tombs and Rise of the Tomb Raider, even though there wasn't as many as there was in like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, it was like more action orientated. I don't know. I like the setting a lot better in Rise. But
Interesting. Yeah, that's a backlog game for me. It's sitting on my PlayStation. I haven't really played it enough, but from what I see, it's it's okay.
Stu said LAL.
But I'm saying okay because I haven't played through it, so I can't really say it's something. I mean, I like the other two Tomb Raider games. I think they're well developed games. I just think they kind of came out at the wrong time.
Yeah. I mean, you had like a good, nice freaking 7-month window to play it though.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, like, I've been beating games left and right, man. Like, I if you look at the games that have come out this year, I beat Devil May Cry, I beat Resident Evil. I beat Resident Evil 2. I beat anything Capcom did this year, I basically beat. So, because Capcom has been on fire this year. And then I just been
whose background is it like a kid like screaming in the background?
That's definitely not me.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been picking up games here and there, beating them left and right. So I'll pick up Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but I think that's a game. It's kind of, how you they say you don't want to get open world fatigue, right? So when you play one type of game, I don't back to back like Days Gone is my next big open world game. So I'm not really playing anything that's even semi open world because I want Days Gone to be that next game that fills that spot. And then once Days Gone, once I'm done with that, I'll move on to my next, game. And I got to play.
I pre-ordered that today.
Yeah,
I pre-ordered it today.
See, I don't pre-order those games because the thing is, if I can get it early, I'm still trying to find my way. I might have to travel to the city to do it. I'm contemplating it.
Child Stony Ben don't come for you, Smooth.
I'm Hey, Smooth,
Yo,
I'm not mad at you, man. If you can get it early, the fact that you support it and you want it, I mean, you've been an advocate for the game since day one, so I can't really be mad at you if you want to get it, early.
Yeah. So we'll see. All right. So some news. It was a some blows were like thrown. People are talking. There's a lot of going on. Obviously, Mark Cerny came out and finally just said, "All right, here's some PlayStation 5 specs or next generation console specs." And the reception has been fairly positive. It sounds like it's going to be a beast. But you know what I mean. There's a lot of information there, but at the same time, the way I looked at it is a lot of information, but not so much information. You know what I mean? Like, they've had like some highlights. They're talking about ray tracing, the new 3D audio load times using solid state drives, and they're going to be using the third gen Ryzen, Zen 2, all this other madness. But they're not giving you like the actual we don't know what type of GPU is it going to be like, and how many gigs is it going to be, what's going to be the T flops on it and whatnot. So that's the stuff we're still waiting for. But what they did do, they just kind of really just stole the
Dangle a
thunder
carrot.
from whatever Xbox had to announce on Inside Xbox. So we're gonna start with this whole PlayStation 5 things, and I'm gonna start with Audible.
Yeah, man, I saw that, man. I don't know. It really didn't faze me none, man. I mean, it's just it's cool. But I don't know. I didn't really think much about it, dude. I'm more concerned about software, man. I'm ready to see games. That's all I care about at the moment. So.
And Frog, matter of fact, I want to know your reactions too, because I mean, I didn't like.
Yeah, my reaction after I read everything was I was already going to buy, and how I feel like, and no fanboy stuff. I was already going to buy whatever PlayStation did next, because they've proven to me they can create great software for my time. So when this information came out, it did surprise me. I mean, I don't know, reading it, Mark Cerny said, because the main thing was the price to me, and he said that his I think his quote was like, "We're gonna launch this." He didn't give a direct price, but what he said is, this price the SRP will be something that will be very accessible for everybody, which made me think, $399, $499 price point. A lot of people are going with the $499. I'm like, maybe Sony just bite the bullet and say, screw it, we'll lose some money on this end, because a lot of people just, I guess, when I hear a lot of people on different avenues talking about it, they say, oh man, it can be this much powerful and not be $600. But it was. I think about when the Xbox One X came out, and people were like, this is gonna be a $600-700 console, and it came out at 5, and I still think the X was a little overpriced. I still think it could have launched at $399, and they could have lost a little bit of money. But going forward, I'm just thinking, I'm still keeping to what I said. He did say it wasn't coming out this year, and I remember I said that I believed it was going to come out between November and March of 2020. So I still think it's coming out early 2020. And I think that's when we're going to get our big, Ghost of Tsushima. We're going to get it may not come out, but I think that we'll get things like The Last of Us 2 will probably come out March 2020. Our big games we know about are going to come out right alongside of this console, and they'll be enhanced with whatever that console can do. And then they'll tell you, oh, the fact that PS4 is backwards compatible, hey, these games can be patched. And so I think for me going forward, I already knew I was going to buy it, because the software to me is compelling. It makes me want to sit and say, okay. And I guess to me, it's like, what's the price? That's really all I care about at this point. Is I don't think it's gonna, like I said, I don't think it's gonna be more than $499. But I think it could come in at $399, even though a lot of people are saying no, there's no way. I don't think it's not feasible.
I'll tell you what I think. I think it'll come in at $399 if it's in the fall of 2020. I don't think it could come in at $399 like in the spring of 2020.
Good point. Good point. Never thought about that.
You see what I mean? Obviously the specs are real, but I just think for them to hit that $399 price point, it's gonna have to be in the fall of 2020. But who knows? I could be wrong. Maybe Sony's willing to lose a little money on it.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, $399 in March, because a lot of people are just thinking, you know what I think a lot of people are just going with the whole, well, consoles and big games only launch at the end of the year, but that's been proven wrong this whole generation.
Yeah,
Big games have been coming out. The Switch, big games have been coming out in March, April, June. They come out anytime. They'd be coming out in February. So I don't think that the logical thing is to say, oh, this definitely has to be a holiday console. I think that, it could be a holiday console, but I think that we could think, my personal feeling is like March, before next E3, if they show the console by, I would say, the end of this year at their own little thing, I think that we could see this thing before next E3.
You say, y'all actually think this is going to be like $300 or be $400?
I think it has the possibility to be $300.
No.
I think it's got the possibility to be $400 if it's in the fall of 2020.
If there's one thing Sony is taking from Microsoft, they understand that they can sell, especially PlayStation. If anybody can sell a console for $499, it's going to be PlayStation. They can do it.
Remember, why did PlayStation 4 sell so well? It was $100.
That was over 10 years ago. That was over 10 years ago.
I mean, PlayStation 4. PS4 was $100 cheaper to market.
So I don't think that was the sole reason it sold the way it sold.
I mean, it's definitely a driving fact. Hey, remember, if there's one thing, if you want to make something accessible and you want to control people's behavior, how do you control it? You control it with the price. The price is what drives people's behavior towards the product.
PS4 more powerful and cheaper. It was a no-brainer.
Unless the only way I see them selling it for $400 if the specs that they provided, if everything that they're using is lower tier versions of, like, you know what I mean? Like I don't see it. I don't see it a $400 console.
They can't do it like PS4 all over again. Like PS4 was underpowered when it dropped, and the Xbox as well. Like they can't do that again because then they're gonna need to drop a pro version this time around again.
Of course, but it's gonna happen because they're reselling hardware and redriving their brand all over again. The market already showed that they're willing to do that.
I think this is going to be $499 anyway.
See, you guys are kidding. Everybody thinks like, because the PlayStation 4 was successful at $400. Wasn't like the PS2 only $300, right, when it first came out?
Yeah.
So like the PS2 was $300. The PS5, PS3 was $500 and $600 depending on which model you got. PS4 was $400, and I don't understand that. Like out of 4 PlayStation 4s, only one wasn't considered as successful. It was a success, but not as successful. So like that's regardless of the price. Like, so I don't look at this of them putting out a PlayStation 5 and like, all right, and we have to price it at $400. They don't have a $400 machine. They don't have a $400 machine.
Hey, you guys hear me okay?
They probably have a $600 machine. And they're pricing it at $500 rather than having a $600 machine and pricing it at $400.
So let me ask you this question, Smooth. Do you think they do like 2 SKUs? Like maybe one $399, maybe one $499?
I can see both of them doing that.
I don't see PlayStation doing 2 SKUs either.
Yeah,
what are you
gonna see? I see 2 SKUs.
It's fall 2020. That's a minute, man. You think that demand is a driving factor in that, and them waiting that long? Like just creating suspense.
I don't know. I think the biggest problem is people just think what they're putting in this thing is it's like, oh, it's what's going to be too powerful. People got to understand, because I hear a lot of people comparing what this console is going to have versus, and they kind of compare it to a PC and say, well, PC parts. You can't really do that with the console. Consoles are always able to sell it cheaper because they're
buying in bulk.
Yeah,
that's number one.
Yeah, and then so like I think that $399 is definitely not out of the question. Now, I'm not saying $499 won't happen, but I don't think $399 is out of the question. And because like this is console is made to do one thing. It's not a PC, a gaming PC. It's totally different from that. And I hear a lot of people they comparing it directly to the PC counterpart, and I think that's a bad way to really do it. I really do think that's a bad way to look at it.
Hey, it's true. Mark Cerny also said that that games will after the next console launches, PS5 launches, that they'll still be like cross-generational games that are going to be coming out still on PS4.
Yes.
I heard he confirmed that. I heard he did confirm that.
Yep. So I'm about to say in my situation, I think honestly it's gonna be $4.99. I can't really imagine it being a $3.99 console. It probably even go up $100 more. They just dropped. I know it's a different subject, but they literally just dropped the Google Folding phone and sold out, and it was $1,900 for this phone, $2,000. So it's like the market when it comes to America, they have the money. So honestly. And with the success with it that they already have, I can honestly see it being at $500 easily.
I agree. Like Q1, Q2 next year, they'll probably release it and then drop about 150 to 100 later that year.
And I'm gonna say one more thing, and I'm gonna stop. Do we? And this is the other thing I would ask the panel. Like, do you really, when you look at what this PS5 is doing, do you really even think that $4.99 is out of the question?
I don't think it's out of the question, and whether it's $3.99 or $4.99, I'm buying it day one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so, that's the other thing. I don't think $4.99 is going to be out of the question, but I just think if they want to sell this thing fast, it's going to be $3.99. If they're like, we're going to sell it at a slow burn, $4.99.
I would be surprised.
Slow burn.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't
$500. Gaming.
Smooth
not doing 8K gaming out the bag.
You know what it is? The thing is that he confirmed his third generation Ryzen, right? Like that third gen Ryzen is still going to be, even in 2020. I know that fourth gen Ryzen will be on the horizon, but it'll still be a very current CPU. I just can't see. Man, I don't know. I mean, to me, it just looks like it's plus SSD. I don't know, man. It's
coming straight out the box, right?
You know what I mean? Straight out of the box for $3.99. I don't know.
Maybe we're asking the wrong question. Maybe the question is, what do you really think it's worth paying for? Like, what would you pay for it?
It depends on what the rest of those numbers look like, honestly.
Right. That in the games, depending on what games coming out with it and the lineup, as well as the system itself. And like you said, you get an SSD hard drive out the gate.
Yeah.
I'm rolling.
As a business, they're gonna sell it for as high as they can. Initially.
Exactly.
If it's gonna be the difference between $3.99 and $4.99, it's gonna be the $4.99 for them.
Man, I'm copping it day one. That's a fact.
And even to sell that
I'm
compatibility with it too. You getting Spider-Man and the people that didn't get God of War and Spider-Man all over again. So yeah.
You think they holding Last of Us to announce the new console as well or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. That would be a crazy
you can be like, you can play it over here on the Pro, but if you want to play it at 60 frames, you can play it on PS5 or something like that.
If they smart, they would do it. That's business right there. Heck yeah, you roll that game out.
They're gonna make me buy a PS5 day one like that for sure.
Yeah.
So y'all getting both PS5 and the next Xbox when they drop?
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm
only getting a PlayStation 5 at launch. Xbox, I'm just.
You know what?
I'm not sold on the future of their consoles right now. Not as
Wait.
right
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. So. I think in the last show or the show before that, we talked about how supposedly you're going to be able to play your existing Xbox library natively on PC, right? Mm-hmm. If my 400 some odd games come forward and they can play, and those games will play natively on my PC, does that make my PC an Xbox? It does, right? Like the lines get blurred there. Like they would really blur the lines. Like that means my PC is an Xbox. I don't know.
I mean, if you're playing through their service, then I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the?
Supposedly that's going to be announced at E3. That you'll be able to download your games natively, your Xbox library, and play them natively on your PC.
So that's why I'm conflicted. Because I have a gaming PC and I'm like, okay, should I get a new Xbox or should I just upgrade my PC a little bit
Microsoft. I don't think Microsoft cares if you buy the next console or you
Yeah,
play it on PC. I don't think they care.
Honestly, I don't. For some reason, I don't know. What the thing is, I tried playing on PC as like I just don't like it. It's just not what it. For
You're
some
still
reason, no
getting
matter how
achievements,
many
though.
times, yeah, you still get it, but it's still not the same. It's still not the same.
The fidelity is better, you know. But my friends, all my community is on the console.
Exactly.
So that's the only thing keeping me away from.
I mean, I like the thing is, I can literally when I go from like. It's not the same. I don't care what nobody says. It's not the same. Like
you know what though?
It's not the same because it's better.
Look.
No,
at the end of the day, it's gonna be that new shiny box. And as the generations have rolled by, I've owned like every single console. Whether I need it or not, I'm probably still gonna end up buying it. That's just the reality of it.
Facts, yeah.
Still going to buy you're gonna walk into GameStop will probably not be around at that time, but you're gonna walk into Best Buy and you're gonna see that shiny new Xbox and you'll be like, hey man, you know what, man, I want that. You know why? Because you're a gamer. That's why you want it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree with that.
That's just the reality of what it is.
But I will eventually get it.
You're eventually gonna get it, man.
Yeah,
they're gonna come out with some Gear 6 custom console or something, and you're gonna buy it. That's just the reality of what it is.
Nah, I'm back Xbox first because of the community. I roll with my people because that's where I like to play with my friends and stuff.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, here's the thing. When I look at PC, the Xbox is the Xbox, the PC is the PC. I feel like when I play games on PC, I feel like it's like and it's the reason I have to have. I don't know how people play PC, like play on PC without having two monitors. Hold on, my back.
I mean, look, man. At the end of the day, the PC, if the PC does become the Xbox, or you're playing those games natively on there, I hope it does happen. As a person that spends a lot of time playing on PC,
I hope it does.
I would. That gives me the choice.
It gives you the choice, one, and it solidifies that the company ain't going nowhere. I'd rather deal with someone with consistency that's gonna be dropping something than a company that I question. You get what I'm saying? So
I guess for me, it's just about the software. Like the software I received this generation doesn't interest me. Kind of like to buy a next Xbox, and I can say the same thing with the Switch. But because a lot of the software I'm buying on the Switch, and I eventually bought one, was basically things that were coming over from the Wii U, and there were ports. But why did I buy a Switch? Because Mario and Zelda, basically Mario, and they had some new titles. They created new software. I think if Microsoft had kind of did that this generation, create compelling software, I think I would be there day one to buy both of them. Because this generation, I bought an Xbox One and a PS4 at launch.
Yeah.
But next generation, I'm like, I kind of know I'm buying Sony's. Nintendo, you're gonna have to hold it because y'all still not really, the Switch is getting play here and there. And then Xbox, you give me the software and compel me to buy it that's on your platform, I'll buy your stuff. As long as you can keep the software coming, I'll buy you. I get it. But y'all make a point, because if y'all have gaming PCs, it's kind of like, why do I need the next Xbox?
I mean, you don't at all.
You don't. That's why I was like, to me, it's not a preference. You don't need it. But the thing is, me personally, it's like, as of right now, as we're speaking right now, my whole entire library on Xbox is not available on PC just by logging in. It's just not.
It will be.
If it was, you still wouldn't use the PC.
We don't have enough. But even if it was, I still probably wouldn't use the PC because. Hold on.
I get that, and I understand what Smooth's saying. But look, I'll go back to what I said before. Whether you need it or not, I guarantee everybody on this panel is going to end up and turn around and buy the next Xbox, regardless.
But I can tell you, I can tell you the honest truth though.
Now, if I can chat with my people on the X, well, I still got to play with them, so it still goes with that what Smooth just said. So never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad.
That's what I was gonna say, like crossplay coming down the road.
Like every time I tried to play like a games on PC, like it's just like if for some reason, and I'll hook my Xbox up to a monitor and whatnot. I have an Xbox hooked up to a monitor, and I have an Xbox hooked up to TV and whatnot, and just try to do, and I try to like, all right, so let me go to PC and see, but I don't know. I don't get no joy out of it.
I'm gonna be honest.
Let me ask you a question.
That's my favorite way to play games, bro.
Let me ask you a question though, because this is my dilemma, and it's not really a dilemma. It's kind of like, It depends on what you play more. Like when I was on the 360, when I was younger, I used to play more online with my friends. I play so much more just by myself. I play here and there, so me going to PC wouldn't be as bad because then I get the big games that are there. And then my biggest thing is if I go to PC, PlayStation loses out on the consumer because now anything that's single player, I'm only going to buy on PC because if I built the PC, that's where I'm going to play it. The only thing I will play on PlayStation 5 will be their exclusives, or maybe like a game that I know may not do as well on PC as far as the multiplayer. But for the most part, that's how I kind of look at it. Is like if I go to PC, like I'm kind of in that market at that point, and then Sony, the only thing they get from me is like a game that's not going to be on the PC. You know,
that's a fact. You'll play all your multiplats on that PC once you build a PC.
Right, and that's the big thing to me is like, damn.
Yeah, but you see how this is. I hate that myth because the thing is, if you didn't start on like, because my thing is people like, they'll tell people that's been on consoles all this time. Oh, especially in this generation, which is harder to do that. Just build a PC next generation. And then you realize you got all this software, all this money you done put in these consoles just for you to build a PC and like, oh, now I'm gonna start from scratch and buy all my fucking games on this thing. Nah.
Yeah, I get it.
Nah. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. I tried it. I tried it 2 years ago.
You know what,
3 years ago.
It's not for everybody.
Again, if that Xbox library is playable on that PC, that's going to be an easier step for you to make.
Oh yeah,
it'll be easier step, but I still don't think I'll like it. I think it's mental, dog. It's probably mental.
I don't know, man.
It is mental, bro. It really is.
Yeah.
Hey, you even still get the achievements chime and everything. Like you're getting achievements. Like it's the same thing.
You get the achievement chime.
When you play the Xbox games on your PC, you get the chime, you get everything.
Everything.
It looks exactly the same as it does.
But
you get
the best quality ever.
Yeah.
Facts.
Best quality ever.
I think that's the thing I look at is like, damn, that's a really
wait. When you say you get the best quality ever, depending on what, like,
well, yeah. If you're, but if you
true.
game on PC, your PC's probably pretty decent.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Because you're not gaming on some bullshit PC.
Yeah.
You play Gears in 90 plus frames.
Exactly.
That's the way you're gonna be playing Gears.
That's why I'm conflicted because I don't know what's coming out is gonna be better than what my PC build is.
I guess the other question is, and I'm gonna ask this. I'm gonna ask a question. Probably one of those questions is people will be like, "Huh?" But do PC people buy anything physical? Not really.
Hell no. I don't even know where you would buy that physical.
Exactly. So, like, I haven't. When I did have a PC back in the day, I'm talking about way back in the day, like PS2 era. Like, yeah, you could buy physical stuff, but I don't think anybody buys anything physical on PC. So I think that, console is in a state of they have to maintain these exclusives to really be relevant. And with Microsoft, it's cool what they're doing for themselves because they're obviously going a different way. But if Sony continuously gives me these first party experiences I can only get on their platform, then I have to invest in their ecosystem. But if there ever comes a day where they're like, oh, this Uncharted can be on PC and you can play it natively, this Bloodborne, whatever, then there's no reason to own. To me personally, there's no reason to own console because I'm like, well, shit, I can just buy a PC, buy a badass PC, and play everything in one place.
And play the best version
like I
of that
said,
game.
that's why.
CD key discounts.
Which is risky because you can't get refunds for those.
Yeah, you can't get refunds. Hey, what up, Jez? Jez is in here, man.
What's up, Jez?
Yo, what's up, guys?
What up? What up?
Yo,
what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, good, got me. What's up? What you got talking? PC what? PC.
Just talking about how it's master race and all that good stuff.
Tweakers.
Yo, let's talk about sad though.
Don't you mean you didn't pre-order it?
I mean, I'm on Amazon right. I'm on Amazon right now, by the way.
I'm lining up outside. I'm setting up my tent.
I'm just gonna put some
Somebody said my volume is low. Hold on, let me get my mic.
Look,
I got a different mic.
I mean, as far as are we gonna get into that? We're gonna get into that smooth Xbox
We're
One.
gonna get into it. I got some.
We should. I mean,
all right.
electrical tape.
Why not?
All right, so the All right, so I think the issue, which is the obvious that everybody's been saying, right? I think it's the price point, right? That $249.99. I mean, You can buy, and I know I sound like a broken record. You can buy the exact same console with the optical drive in for $249 right now today.
Yeah, today.
Well, that's
that.
one of the issues I have, but I have other issues with it too.
But
Yeah,
however, I will tell you this: do I mind that it's digital only? Nah, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I don't own a physical disc right now.
Yeah,
Really
I've never stuck a disc in my Xbox.
You don't even
Same
know if
here.
the optical.
Same
You don't
here.
even know if the optical drive works.
Nah, I don't know. I've never put a disc in there.
I get it. So, from that perspective, great. I just think that they missed an opportunity. Put it at $199, and I'm pretty sure that thing would sell. You know what I mean? They should have put it at like $199 and like 3 months of Game Pass.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. But here's the thing.
Oh, there you go. Smoothie. There you go.
Right. Wow.
I agree. No, I agree. I mean,
dude, I put my shit on mute.
if $199, you throw in 3 months of Game Pass, sure, it's awesome. You'll sell it. But the thing is, I feel like everybody's hooting, hollering, and raging for the wrong reasons. Like, I don't understand really what the beef is. I don't understand how somebody generate a problem for a console that they honestly had never no intentions of buying. Half of us in here have a Xbox console. Some of us have an Xbox One X.
Ain't nobody.
That's
Yeah.
the
guys.
Ain't going nowhere.
I've actually bought several Xbox One X's, actually.
Really?
I own 2 of them.
Yeah.
I own 0 so far. I've had 4 Xbox One S's though.
Hey, what up, Holy One?
What up, guys? You guys talking about Xbox
shit.
One sad?
Oh,
Yeah, Xbox One sad, bro.
You know, the only thing I could see that was
no.
decent about it was it comes with that. What is it? If you buy digital game, it'll be cheaper on the Xbox One sad edition apparently.
Nah, seriously?
What?
On the Xbox store, like if you watch the Inside Xbox, they said if you log in with the Xbox sad
Oh, I did
and
not
get a
see
game
that.
on the Xbox store, you get a discount. I think
I
that's what
didn't
they
see
said.
that.
Really? I didn't
Oh,
hear
I
that.
didn't
Yeah, I was listening on Smooth stream of that.
Hey,
I thought it was
I'm
interesting.
surprised. I'm
Is that
surprised
why
they didn't
GameStop
market
is not
that.
carrying it?
And then on top of that, if you have Xbox One sad, you get 3 months of Game Pass for $1.
Okay, yeah, I saw that.
I'll buy that.
That one I
What's
saw.
going on?
Yeah, definitely buy that for $1.
I might pick it up just because my other
Nah.
Xbox One.
No, not at 250.
No.
Not 250 though. Not 250. I'll wait till it's like
Like,
150.
hold on. Wait a minute. You see, the snake ass boycott shit is
2 of the
my
games
nerves.
it comes with, I already own them.
You want me to?
Why
Go
you
ahead,
guys
go
are
ahead.
alerting him to stop, to not get
No,
it
I'ma
at
tell you-
250?
I'ma
It's the
tell you
cheapest
why.
Because
console
you
can
are
buy
a
right now.
fool to pay $250 for it.
Why?
250 is
He doesn't
Because
have
it's
an
$50
Xbox right
difference,
now.
and you're losing
Yeah,
so
bruh.
much value out
Oh,
of the
how much
disc
value?
drive.
What?
I mean,
what-
people
all
tell
right,
me
all
it's a
right.
watered down PC because it
Wait,
has no
hold
disc
on, hold
drive,
on,
but
hold
whatever.
on. Jez,
Yeah.
how much value is he losing just by removing the disc component?
Okay, here you go.
Go ahead,
So,
Jess. Yeah, 'cause
with
I-
the
How much
disc
value?
drive.
Just a
Okay,
disc drive.
first
Just
off,
a
I
disc
want to
drive.
say people who are buying this console want the cheapest console. They're also going to want the cheapest games. They don't want to pay $250 for a console, the cheapest one,
They
and go
or
pay
you?
$60 to a digital store. They're going to go on and go get the used games. They want to get their games for cheap. And guess what? Because it doesn't
Dude.
have a disc drive,
Oh my
they don't have
They
any
defeat the purpose
availability
of this
to
version
buy-
of the console.
You know
What?
what? You know what though? I'll be
They
honest
don't have
with
the
you.
option to buy any kind of physical
Yeah,
sales.
that's why you have
any
the
kind of
option to
used
buy a
games.
physical Xbox. You buy the one with the disc drive.
Well, so you're saving $50 to do what?
You're not buying it
limiting
for the disc drive.
yourself.
You're buying it for either you want that one or you're just buying it for Game Pass. Like that's it. It's like I don't understand
Well,
why
then
everybody.
that's a small market then.
You're completely eliminating the purpose of that one just to make an argument against it. You're talking about physical
No, I'm
games.
not.
I'm like, but there's an Xbox
It's the cheapest
where you can
console.
use physical games.
You
Do
guys know
remember
there's
when
an
this thing was
external hard drive you can. I'm gonna external disk drive you can buy for the Xbox One, right?
Mhm.
It's a third party, but you can still.
You could buy a
get an
disc
external-
drive for it.
Yeah,
Like
like you
external
could
disc
do for the
drive.
360.
But
When
I'd
they
wait
had
till it's
that-
like at least
like an HD
150.
DVD
It's
player.
gonna go on sale Black Friday for sure.
No, you know,
Yeah, but they said the difference of the S and that one is going to be $50 no matter what.
Did
the
you see
sales
the
are.
teardown of it? It
Oh
literally.
my God.
They
They
could have made it
eject button
smaller,
in it.
dude. They could have made it smaller. but they
Yes,
just
and that's
decided
the
to-
biggest missed opportunity here.
Yeah,
They could have
exactly.
taken this thing
I agree
and
with
made
that.
it smaller, even made it a different color and compete and
That
have a
probably
lower
would have
price.
added. That
Could have
honestly
made
would
it
have
the
added
Gears
more.
blue
That
color. That
probably
would have looked nice.
that probably could have added more to the cost.
no,
They did
no,
cut
no.
it.
No,
It's redesigning it.
It's
It's
Think about it this
redesigning
way,
it.
Smooth. If they
If
get
you
a
took-
cheaper,
you
if they
take
get a
the
smaller
discount and
case,
you make it smaller,
it's
right?
smaller
That
plastic.
could add cost to it.
so it's going to be cheaper to manufacture because it's less
Wait,
plastic
how
than
that-
the purchase.
gotta
How would that
manufacture it,
cost?
though.
Because you got to remember the PlayStation 3 went through their fat, They're
Yeah,
slim
of
and they're
course.
extra slim, and it got cheaper. But I think the missed opportunity is they could have said, look, there's one, USB on the front, there's one USB on the back. We're getting rid of this other HDMI. We're getting rid of this optical port. We're gonna make it smaller. Like they didn't really redesign anything.
There's
No,
effort
it's
in
not
it.
a redesign. Just they
No,
removed
and
the
that's
disc
just
the
pulled
problem.
out the
I think
drive.
that's the problem.
How many leaks did you see before that happened? Before you could come to the
Well,
realization?
they were
I think
leaked.
I think that's the biggest problem. Like when I
The
saw
pictures
the
were spot on though.
well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. When I saw
Jesus.
the inside Xbox, and when they put the
That commercial they had for it at the
Dude,
start, I
they
thought
put
it was an
the
April
piece of
Fool's
tape
joke. They're like,
over
let's
it?
put tape on the front of the disc.
Oh my
God.
And then
God.
hide it.
That really
That was
that
a good
commercial
commercial.
was
It was
supposed to
comedic,
How
but it was real.
uninspired that thing is.
You know what it is? What
Oh my
surprised
God.
what
What did I
surprised
do?
me about
Oh,
it
yeah.
was what surprised me about it was typically Microsoft does a good job with the aesthetics of their devices.
Yes.
Oh,
They're
absolutely. I think the
redesigns.
Slim
Yeah,
looks
they do.
way
You know what I
better
mean?
than the X, aesthetic wise.
Yes, I agree.
I agree with you. I actually agree with you.
Yep.
I do. I actually
Yeah,
like the way
oh,
the
I
X was
gotta
put
pay a
in there.
bill. Floyd Mayweather says, "Why release a sad edition when Microsoft confirmed they are doing a Fire Stick style device to stream Xbox games? $75 for it through xCloud. Please explain."
I think this is the
I
streaming
don't know.
box.
Oh, you
I
know
think
what?
this
You know
is the
what? They
streaming
could have
stick.
named it that was worse. They could have called it Xbox One S, the all digital edition, or they could have just called it the
Yeah.
Xbox. It could have been called the STD. Get it?
Oh my God.
The digital
I
edition.
wanted them to call it
Xbox
the
One S,
Xbox,
the all the digital
one-
edition.
I wanted them to call it the Xbox
Somebody-
One S Lite. That's what I wanted them to call it.
I heard somebody say that. I didn't come up with this, but I heard somebody say Xbox One D, like for digital, which I am like, dude, you know what? I think I could have
Like
done
an
it.
SD card. It would make more
XOD.
sense.
XOD.
Mhm.
XOD.
Yeah, but I think. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think that they did have a missed opportunity because when I look at console redesigns, Microsoft, I've been the biggest last generation, and maybe I'm looking too much at last generation. Last generation, they had some of the best design consoles.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like,
the Xbox Slim, the first Slim.
Yes,
that
it was
that
amazing.
Fire.
But then,
That was
Yeah.
fire.
but then they released the Super Slim, which was ugly. That was
okay.
Oh,
ugly.
the E device,
talking about
yeah,
the
the
model,
E.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was
My,
ugly.
my whole thing is like what I think is this not only was a missed opportunity. This is too late. It's too late. They should have.
Too late for what? I don't
No, hold
understand
on,
where this
hold
is
on,
coming
wait,
from.
wait. We got a new generation coming, and
So you know how late that little ass PS2 came.
And I have a question for you guys. Do you think Sony has an insight on this? Because before they announced the Xbox SAD, Sony was like, "We're gonna have discs for the PS5," and then
yes.
they trolled Microsoft hard for that.
Look, let me
Yeah,
tell
they
you what,
did.
To all generations, Sony has been reacting to anything Microsoft. They react to.
Yeah, and then they're bragging about fake ray tracing because they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have a software ray tracing which isn't native." Like,
Oh no, if it's not hardware, I can care less.
I have an RTX 2080 and ray tracing looks phenomenal. Like, it's no deal, but it's based on
That's
hardware.
different. Yeah,
It's not
hardware,
software.
yeah. If it's software, I can care less.
So it might be like
Those
a
probably
fake ray
software
tracing
do that.
checkerboard something.
I got a bill. I got to pay another bill.
Go ahead.
The Raven Flow says, "Thanks for the show, guys. Will there ever be a day where we don't question Xbox's logic when it comes to console gaming? Will they ever get it?" I honestly think we question this shit.
Hey, I'll
too
give them
damn
that. They'll
much.
give us more consoles than games. I'll
Nah,
take
you
that.
know what it is? I think that people put too much focus on that. Xbox is all about the console, and I just think people got to understand, like,
Well, yeah, you know why
that's
they're doing that, right? Because
that's
people
not
are
where Xbox
complaining.
is right now.
Yeah, people were complaining about, the console's not strong enough. We need more hardware. So Microsoft's releasing more hardware, and now they don't have enough exclusives.
I just want
people are complaining about that.
I have a question for those people who are they are upset at the Xbox SAD edition. Like I've heard people say that they are offended that they would charge $249 for it. I've heard all sorts of stuff. I'm like, yo,
I think nobody would be mad if it was 2 terabytes, but 1 terabyte is terrible.
It doesn't even have to be storage. They don't have to
not
worry
even
about the storage. The
no
storage
one
not
is.
the problem.
Microsoft did not sign into law that you are required to buy this Xbox. Like it's an option.
But they didn't create a demand. They didn't do themselves any favor.
Yeah,
They
and
didn't
nobody
create
was
any
asking
demand
for
for
it.
themselves.
Is that for you to be mad at, or that's just Microsoft?
No, it's just a statement as a consumer that they did not make any demand or any push with this. It's a missed opportunity.
You guys know why Phil released this thing, right? I think I have a theory about that because Phil mostly plays on his PC, right? And he wants mouse and keyboard support for Xbox One. PCs don't really have disk drives anymore, so why not add that to Xbox?
I was just about to say that. I think that this has to do a lot with PC in the conversation with PC and games being there.
I'm glad they're updating the game bar because the game bar was absolute trash.
Right? When this thing was rumored, it was called Xbox Maverick. Everybody was like, "Yo, this thing is gonna be for the casual consumer. This is gonna be $150. $150." People were saying all over Twitter, "This is gonna be $150. It's gonna go to the casual consumer," and then it comes out at $250. The thing is that they could have put this thing at like $175, $150 to compete with the Amazon Fire Stick and be kind of that. Hey, this is a streaming box, but also has games. It's a gaming console.
It's an
S. Putting it at $250, it's just competing with the other.
Wait! I got a question for Smooth. No, here's a question for Smooth. Smooth, do you think there's any way they could have made this console $99?
They could have. If they wanted to,
hold on.
I think they would have to strip some stuff out of it.
They have to strip a lot out of it.
They would have to strip a lot out of
the
it.
hard drive would. If they drop a 250 gigabyte hard drive, then they can easily shave off $70. So
well, if they say,
exactly.
Right then and there.
I just find it funny as hell, though. It's like this is not a new fucking device. It's not a streaming box. It's an Xbox One S without a disk drive. It's the cheapest.
But Smooth, doesn't it bother you that they're releasing shit that you don't like? It doesn't make you excited about. Like,
why would I need to be excited by an Xbox One S? I have two X's.
I got a question for you.
One of those bedroom or something like that.
I heard someone asked Phil Spencer if he's going to release an Xbox One X without a disk drive.
Yes.
He's like, not at this moment.
Not at this moment,
but
right?
I bet Move would cop that anyways. Then you have three X's, right?
The X,
like
I think they should have been X models anyway. I think that all the digital should have been the X model, not the S model.
Yeah,
because when you look at what the S is doing with our current generation of games, like they're having a hard time keeping up with some of the games. Like they just are.
And they could drop the price of that X, try to get that thing around $300.
The original fat Xbox was supposed to release without a disc drive, but they put one in because of so much backlash. And I saw pictures of that one too.
And I don't have a problem. Like my biggest thing is like, if you're trying to get in the game and this late, you're just gonna go buy whatever PS5 or the next Xbox is doing anyway. You don't care about this.
The people who want this best console are not the people that.
No, they don't. Like I'm saying, I don't think anybody for the most part.
The people who want this thing now want the cheap games too, and they're gonna go grab the cheapest console and go walk into GameStop and say, "Give me all these games for like $20, $15," but they can't do it with this. So it's kind of like in the middle of the road where this thing is a low price.
Announce that trade-in for the physical games. That just made up.
Oh, look at that trade-in deal at GameStop. That's bad. That's
bad. Yeah, that's terrible.
Is it the reason why a lot of you guys are crying because you can find the Xbox One S cheaper? So what's stopping them from buying the cheaper Xbox One S and buying their
that's fine. That's what they should buy. I think they should buy that.
Edition, you would see that it's all digital. That console's being used to sell Game Pass. That's it. Like, I don't understand why everybody.
They should just bundle Game Pass with it. They just give it like a year of Game Pass.
Instead of bundling it, they're offering it for $1 for 3 months.
Make a scenario where somebody's buying a sad edition and then putting them in GameSpot to buy a used game. Really? They bought a sad edition.
No, you're not getting what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is the person who's buying the cheapest console now, trying to jump on this generation at this time, that person is not looking to go and spend in the digital ecosystem. They want to go get the cheapest game, the cheapest because who's jumping on for the cheapest console? Who's the casual want to do? The casual wants to jump on and get the cheapest console.
So ask that question to the next person. The first.
I did it. I bought the PlayStation. Wait. And what I did is I went in there and I got all the games cheap because I was like, let me get all these games cheap now because all the games.
Let me play devil's advocate.
I was about to say, go ahead.
Let me play devil's advocate here, Jez. Don't you think like the push for, like the sad edition is maybe to push them towards Game Pass? Because maybe that person says, "Oh man, you know what? Right. Yeah, I paid $10 a month. I got this $249 console and I can play
it." What it's for.
No, you're right. It is for. It's for Game Pass. I think
it's not for Game Pass.
It is.
No, it's not because when Microsoft did the study,
because Merc, you're right. That's a deflect. They want Game Pass on that thing.
The reason the SAD was created, they said because they did a study and the millennials said they download more games than anything. They don't.
Yeah, it's 60-40 pretty much at this point.
That's why they did the SAD.
But
I don't have a problem with them doing the SAD.
But Game Pass, that Game Pass is they want everybody on Game Pass. Game Pass is download. Download games.
And I get that.
You guys think they're going to raise the price of Game Pass since Amazon did it eventually with their subscriptions? because once they got people into the subscription, then they raised the price of it. Once they got more.
Yeah.
Because I've been with Amazon since the beginning.
Yeah, they said
And
like,
I'm like, damn.
they never roadmap.
right on the
I
top
think
of
after a
it.
year and a half, it's going to go up to $15, but you can still get deals
Because my whole thing is like
on the store.
this is like I kind of when I heard it was about an all digital, I was like, oh, it's definitely going to be an X. That's what I thought. It's going to be an X. They're going to find a way to cut the price down on the X. It's going to be their most powerful. And then they come out with this S model, and I'm like, it's $249. I'm like. And everybody's like, "Oh, well, the holiday," because I've listened to a lot of podcasts. Oh, the holidays.
Wait till Black Friday for the sale.
Wait till Black Friday. Why is everything with the whole Xbox? You know, everything I'm hearing this generation is just wait till this.
No. So one thing is, why is a bunch of people with Xboxes crying about the price of the cheapest Xbox?
Dude, it's so expensive. Even private gamers not taking that price or anything. That's the funny part.
I think they're really trying to market the kids,
I got
you
an
know.
X already, so who cares?
I have two X's, but what I'm saying is, I think this would be compelling for me to tell my friend that doesn't have the console, hey man, go buy this all digital, you know, and it's an X model, and they get the best quality. No, they're getting the S. When they come over my house and they see me playing an X, they think they're getting the same. No, you're not getting the same.
Plus, without the disc drive, you're losing the 4K Blu-ray player and the 4K upscaling, so your games won't play the 4K as easily.
Yeah, and you get to use what else? You lose all those backwards compatible games that are on disc, right?
Digitally now.
All those backwards compatible games that are on discs. You lose those too. You gotta buy them again.
Why that? Why are you making this thing like just to the point where
not making this thing? It's bad. This
is marketed towards us though.
Hold on, wait, Smooth. You know why?
You have a bunch of Xbox 360 games that's backwards compatible, and you want to buy an Xbox One. You're not going to buy the sad edition. You still want all these physical games.
You're not going. No, you're not going.
Why are you using the sad?
But I'm just saying what you're missing out by getting that one.
No, you're not missing out on anything because if you're not going to miss out on it because you're not going to put yourself in a position to miss out on it. So why buy it? You got the other option.
Is dumb.
But
why aren't they adding Forza Horizon 4 either? I don't know why they added 3. That gaming
and those games they added are in Game Pass.
Let me ask the panel this. Like, I just feel like my biggest thing is the mixed messages this generation been sent. Because once you talked about this Xbox S, it has the 4K Blu-ray, now the most powerful console ever, and be able to play your games. Now you're like, I think there's a lot of mixed messages with a lot of things that Microsoft is doing with their gaming console. I think the message is mixed. Like,
I don't understand what's
well after that. I mean, what's the point of owning a 4K TV for the all digital edition if there's no Blu-ray that makes it upscale to 4K? Yeah, I think they're targeting 1080p owners now at this point with that console.
Yeah.
We're doing that too. People who just want to it's $250 is the cheapest console. It's the last to enter the generation. It's nothing like fucking. I don't know what you guys want.
What I think should have been done is they should have did the X model at a discless price.
That's it. They should have redesigned it. And they should have lowered the price to this one and competed with the Fire TV.
Down to $400 permanently.
I'm honestly tell you what they should have did, and this is me. And a lot of people say, well, R&D, you know, they got to Look, they should have got rid of that other HDMI in the back. They should got rid of the optical drive. They should have said,
"Oh no,
hold on, wait,
oh hell no,
hold on,
no, Frog, you don't get rid of the freaking optical."
Wait.
PlayStation did that shit.
You got to think about it. And let's just say there's 45 million Xbox. How many people really use the second HDMI port?
What, the pass-through?
Look, when they did a study, Microsoft said it themselves. Very few people use that feature on that Xbox.
It don't matter.
I've never used it. Not once.
What I'm saying to you is,
it's really low.
How much could you get the X model Xbox down if it had a USB on the front, a USB on the back? It had one HDMI in the back and a power source, and it was all digital. And it was designed as small as maybe a PS3 Slim. You see what I'm saying? Like, they could have got that model down so cheap. And a lot of people say, well, they got to re-ramp their production lines. They got to change. But the thing is, that console could have been sold at such a phenomenal price. People would have said, shit, you know, $299 for an X model?
Oh yeah, man.
Why not?
I have all the digital games anyway. Yeah,
and they did it.
Did you guys?
I think that's the next one, Frog. I think that comes out next year. The discless Xbox X.
Model,
I bet that comes out next year.
The cheaper model.
You guys are gonna be crying that they're releasing it the same year as the Anaconda. So,
it's a good transition console.
Well, here's the thing, though. When the generation starts, there's going to be a cheaper console, right? There's going to have a high end. Microsoft's releasing 2 SKUs of console. Right. So apparently, they're from what people are telling me in the industry, the SAT edition, if it sells well, the cheaper model is not going to have a disc drive. So if you want to get the disc, you're going to have to buy the high premium model, which will be either $499 or
good job. I'm looking to do that.
Really?
I want to do that shit.
All right, so yeah. So I'll explain how it works because the specs is like a 4 terabyte. It's going to be competing with the PS5, right? So it'll be $399 versus the PS5, which will be $499, and then Microsoft will have a higher end system, which is all for the hardcore gamers,
which is smart.
Probably $599. So they want to undercut Sony, but will developers take the time to make the Xbox?
They do it now.
I mean, it's like asking the question with developers. They take the time to do race tracing.
Yeah, they make what they do. They do the PS4 first, then they port it to Xbox One. That's why like the resolution might be lower and the frame rate might be a little lower, something like that.
That's smooth.
Whereas the X, like I've seen lazy devs, they're just taking the PS4 port and then upscaling it for the X version.
That's exactly what they're doing. Brute forcing it,
and the X running at the same resolution and frame rate. Sometimes it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Well, that's what happens when you you got to permeate the market with the console sales to get the dev mindshare. That's what you got to do.
The Xbox One SAT is coming out not to be a competitor or anything. They're testing the water if their lower model for the next generation.
Like I don't understand
disc or not.
Exactly what it's for. If you claim you know what it's for, how are you having all this animosity?
The problem with it is
I'm just theorizing on this.
No, not you, Holy. That wasn't for you. That wasn't for you.
Oh, okay.
The problem I have with it is like I think it could be better as gaming. It can move gaming forward if they did it right. I don't think this is doing it right.
It was a missed opportunity. They could have definitely drove the digital market by dropping this thing a little cheaper.
When I watched that,
it could easily have been $179 because most PCs with the same specs without a disk drive come out at the same price.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking you building, and I'm talking you getting it from like either iBuyPower or something like that.
But what I'm saying is like, the Fire Sticks and all that, the Fire TV thing is like a $129. The Fire box, like the box is like $129. Man, if they price this thing within the $150, $175 realm, they could have been competing with the Rokus and the Amazon Fire TVs. It's a streaming box. Plus it plays games. I think it would have been a great opportunity. But now if you wait till Black Friday, though.
We all bought a Switch with 32 gigabytes and no disk drive.
But it's mobile. It's a mobile thing. It's a mobile platform. It's not a home
Switch is trash. That's
Switch is a mobile thing, man.
Don't like the Switch, man. I love that system.
But Small, when you watch Inside Xbox and you see them put a piece of tape over the front of the S, that was the lamest shit I've ever seen. Like,
that should have been an April Fool's video, no joke.
Yo, man.
It's a lighthearted commercial.
They basically made fun of themselves on how uninspired the design was. They said, "Hey, we hit delete."
I feel like every other publisher and manufacturer is able to like do lighthearted things, like Bethesda, how they were making fun of their whole Skyrim shit. Like everybody can have like a laugh at. Let Microsoft make fun of themselves, and it's still bad. Like
it's not. Look, Smooth. It's not that they make fun of yourself and it's still sad. It's really the truth, like the honest truth, and it's bad. It's like, no, we don't want you to make fun of yourself. We want you to compete. That's what we want you to do. I'm tired of Microsoft this generation not competing.
Yeah,
every time they come
Sony and Switch is putting fire under their feet now because the Switch is already almost on par with their sales. The Switch already passed 32 million, and people are saying the Switch is never going to catch Xbox, and Xbox is.
The best thing about
PS3 on them.
The best thing about Microsoft to me, and this is just me personally, is the Xbox brand. That's the only thing I look at when I hear.
For me, it's their controller, man. I love their controller.
But what I'm saying is about the company itself, Microsoft. I mess with their Xbox brand. I love the brand of Xbox. I think Xbox is dope. I just think what they've been doing for gamers this generation has not been moving gaming forward. Like they could have came out, and this is my thing. They could have came out with a VR that was better than Sony's, and the Kinects would have blew Sony's freaking shit away.
Well, they had to get the patents and stuff like that.
But what I'm saying is the Kinect was a superior. They didn't use their disadvantages to their advantage. We all know the Kinect had a better Kinect camera than the PlayStation 4 camera.
They had freaking head tracking in Forza without anything.
Man, they would have an amazing VR headset, but they didn't do it. And even though people laugh at Sony's VR, it's still the best selling VR.
They should have released the Kinect separate as well. That way people could have bought it.
Yes.
350 Xbox, they would have undercut Sony, and then the $500 version with the Kinect, but they were too dumb to realize that.
Yeah.
I just think that like next generation, when we're going into it, we may get, and I agree with I think it was Merc or a couple, we may get a diskless Xbox, whatever they call it, and a disc one, and it may be maybe $499 and one may be $299 or $399, so they'll undercut Sony. But to me, it's like when you say this is a test of the market. when
Too
you
many
said this
applications.
when you said
They're
this is testing
confuse
the
the
market,
market.
you gotta look at why certain companies.
That's what happened this generation, Frog. They confused the market.
Exactly. Why does Apple do so well with their
Too
iPhone?
much stuff.
Because they're
The
like,
marketing has been horrendous this generation too. Sony's got all the marketing deals. Sony's always putting their face on everything, and Microsoft. Like my friends didn't know Destiny was on Xbox,
and
I
that's
had an Xbox. I said, "Look,
yeah,
Destiny's
like
on it."
they'll come out next generation and go, well, here's the
now-
discless version.
And now
Here's
people
Game
are
Pass.
like, you know, the new Control game, right? Like Sony's getting exclusive DLC. My friends want that extra mission because they're Quantum Break fans, so they're like, I love Xbox, but I gotta get the PlayStation version because of that extra mission.
It's just they're doing the same thing that they did early in the generation. They're having too much stuff going on. Like they're not being simple. Like the guy handing the game was like everybody's like cheering because the guy could hand the game to his friend. Meanwhile, Microsoft's gonna come out the next generation now. Go, there's a discless one. There's Game Pass.
The premium one
trade in your games and trade in the license.
And it has backwards compatibility. You got to pay backwards compatibility as a premium. Whereas Sony's version might have PS4. PS2 and PS1 backwards compatibility at $299.
Yeah,
and the
it's just they're spreading themselves too thin. I think they're going to this generation. They should.
So
they
if
should
people buy
focus
the
on
Xbox
core,
One sad, then you can guarantee it. Their lower end version might not have a disc drive, and then the high end version will.
See, the other issue I had with the sad was like we were talking about a redesign. I was like, if it looked a little bit different than the S, because think about it on shelves, it's gonna look like somebody's gonna be like, wait, something's missed. That box is misprinted. There's something wrong with that box. Like
the Xbox Mini, that'd be a better name.
Yes, the Xbox.
Yeah, but it was
Xbox
Mad. Xbox Mini All Digital Edition. Then
even a black version of it to differentiate it from the S because it's just the S without. It looks like a bad Photoshop if you look at the box. People are gonna look at it and go, "Wait, I'm not buying that one."
Oh my god, you guys,
crazy.
Yeah.
Don't you understand these criticisms of trying to make this thing sell? Like, I don't understand how this is bad. Like, this is how to make this thing sell. We want it to sell, right? We want.
No,
Xbox
I really don't
to
care.
sell. We don't want Xbox to sell.
I don't care. No, because the thing is, it's like
we don't want Xbox to sell.
Yes, no, I really don't because who at the end of the day, it's like when Xbox, it's like I feel like you get
Smooth. The problem is that you're not excited about it. Should be a problem to you. You should be excited about everything they do. Like this should be exciting for us because we're Xbox fans. It doesn't. That doesn't mean that it's
no. I'm not
just because you don't need it doesn't mean that it's irrelevant.
Console when I have an X. Why?
Just because you don't want it, I don't understand why you don't want it.
I'm supposed to spread my emotions thin for the next person? Hell no.
Whoa,
like,
no. What?
Oh,
yeah.
Spread your what?
My emotions. My emotions. Okay. I'm not gonna be happy. I'm not gonna be mad because they put out a cheap console for somebody else to fucking buy. I'm like, why I'm gonna be mad about it? I have no reason to be mad about it.
Let me ask you this question.
Because he just said the devs don't give a shit about something that's not selling.
Wait, Jazz.
Do they have to develop a separate game for this ad? Do they?
He's upset that other people are upset.
No, let me ask you this. No, hold on, Jazz.
The stupidity of it.
Hold on.
Yeah,
let me ask you this question because I know Smooth wants to move forward. Let me ask you a question, Smooth. So we know about the SAB. We know a lot of people have gripes about it. What do you think about their whole Game Pass and Xbox Live merging together? How they did it?
Yeah, it's more expensive.
Like
$15 a month.
That's you can get it cheaper.
No, I think
they made it more.
I mean,
I wish it just launched. It should have launched with them already bundled though.
It's $15, right? $15 a month.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already better value than other services out there like Origin Access Premier and stuff like that on PC.
Okay, I definitely agree with that. But
Origin Access is $50, and you get all their new games coming out.
But why can't Xbox Live just be included? Why can't you just play your games when you're in?
My question is, why hasn't Origin Access become EA Access, like whatever that $15 a month thing? Why is that not on Xbox as well? Why is that a PC?
Because listen, no. One. EA Access and Origin Access, two
Origin Access,
Origin Premier, and they don't even have EA Access. Can't even get all the games that Origin Access have because some of those games aren't available.
Origin Premier guarantees you get discounts on 50% off all EA games, and you get all their games released day one. You don't have to wait for a demo.
You know what it is.
They're not going to do it because they still got to pay Microsoft a cut for people to buy games. So they won't even put that on that shit.
I'll tell you why. Because on console, FIFA and Madden are a thing.
Yes, they are. They're huge.
Yeah.
That game, those two games make too much money on Xbox and PlayStation for those to be put in a service that you can play them for $15 a month.
Exactly.
They want that. They're putting Madden on PC for the first time, and they're bringing all their sports.
Last year, yeah.
Look, let me tell you something. People don't care. People don't care if it's in the service. People will go out and buy Madden, especially FIFA. FIFA is one of the biggest freaking sports games. Man, dude, FIFA is huge.
Bro,
yeah, they even stepped up Anthem to make FIFA better.
Hey, FIFA is so big that the next generation of consoles will be 3-4 years in, and they're still making FIFA for the previous gen. That's how big FIFA is.
Oh yeah, I don't know if this is true or not. Did you guys hear GTA 6 and the next FIFA might be exclusive to?
I heard it, but I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Might be exclusive to what? That can't be true. That can't be true. That would be a huge deal. Sony's huge over in Europe.
I doubt it.
I'll be honest,
if it was an exclusive deal, it wouldn't be.
I think it's a timed exclusive at best.
It'd be something time like, oh, we got this, we got that. But my personal
San Andreas and GTA 3 were exclusive to PS2 for a long time.
I don't even see the reason at these points where some of these companies that are making games everywhere, multi-plats, why they even need to do those deals. Like Sony and Microsoft, we know they pay for this, but at the end of the day, if you want to play the game, you're going to play the game. You don't care. You know, you're going to just play the game.
Yeah.
I just think that with the whole Xbox Live and the Game Pass thing, I think that if you subscribe to Game Pass, then you know you should have Xbox Live as far as paying online, not the free games, but just playing online should be just something.
I loved how Epic put fire under Microsoft's feet. That was funny. The Epic Store, because you know, so Halo, like Epic stole Obsidian's game off of Steam, and Microsoft wants Xbox Live on Steam with Halo.
They do.
Microsoft said no to Halo on Steam for a while, because they didn't want the Xbox Live integrating into Steam. But since Epic came along and stole games from them, Steam's like, all right, come on in, just do our 70-30 split, whatever. Bring Xbox Live over to Steam now.
Yeah, Steam will match what Epic Store is doing and get the people back, I'm sure.
The lowest they went was 20%. So they're like, I was talking to Bond the other night on his live stream. He said the lowest they would go is 20%. That's all they're doing right now. And that's after you sell $1 million worth of your game. So Valve isn't doing much of anything at the moment. Oh, someone's streaming exposed video, Bond. Is it for? Oh, it's for Tanga. Oh, that's gonna be funny. I'll send that. That's funny. But yeah, overall, Epic Store is just lighting it. They're like the new rich kid on the block. They're gonna mess with anyone because people are going to Microsoft saying, "How did you let Obsidian's game to go to Epic?" And Microsoft's like, go talk to 2K because 2K.
Well, they pulled Ashen right from them, a couple days. That was the one Ashen, they pulled. That one.
They pulled.
That was Play Anywhere too.
Shout out to you got a super chat. Shout out to Heavy G. He said, "Bro, who's still using physical now? It's 2019."
Facts.
The Ravenflow also said for $2. Hold on, let me read the super chat. The Ravenflow also says smooth going into overload from all this truth. It's not truth, bro. It's not truth. It's just it's jaded opinions, dog.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't give a fuck about this sad edition either. Like, I don't understand why I should be.
I mean, if you want to gift it to me, smooth, I'll use it.
Hey man,
that's the most thing I would probably do. I plan on gifting it to
Let me ask you a question.
All these hospital bills, I can't afford one right
now. If the SAD was $150, would you buy it, Meds?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Maybe.
Why would you buy it? But the thing is, why would you though?
Exactly, maybe.
I don't understand why. I don't. If it was $89.99, I still wouldn't buy it.
Oh hell no! If it was $99, I'd buy one. Just to have one in my house.
Yeah, same here. I'll throw it right under my freaking TV.
$99. There would be no reason not to buy one.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
There yet that they can get that cost down that much like that.
300 games on there.
Dude, $100, man. Hey, dude, I remember if I'm not mistaken, PlayStation 1 and 2 were $100 at some point.
Oh yeah, the PS2 launched at $299, so people freaked out when PS3 came out at $599. They were like,
the thing is, if you're talking about at the before next generation, we had PS2s and PS1s at $99, at $129, easy. So I think that when you're saying $249, you're like, damn.
And it's up there with the other consoles.
Yeah, and the consoles might be irrelevant next year. So why price it so high?
Yeah, I know. It's just
they're just like I said, they're testing the waters for next gen to see if the lower model will need a disc drive or not.
They need a console. They need a console that they can sell for literally like $120 by Black Friday. That's what they. That's what they do. These sad editions are overstock S's, dog. These sad editions are overstock S's, dude. That's what
definitely.
Yeah, I'm not trying to capture the hard.
I think they're taking the disc drives out for next gen.
You know what I want to know?
You guys saw the teardown of the sad edition, right? Someone was like estimating how much it would cost. Yeah, I was watching the one dude who's like he's like a really big dude.
Eject button's still in it.
And
Yeah, it's still
and
in
he's
there.
like, he estimated the cost around Microsoft to make it is like 157.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're charging you almost $100 premium for the console, but they're
Oh,
doing
my
it because they're
goodness.
like we're including these games and all these. Remember, like I said,
But-
this
but
deal.
Okay, time out. Stop. Because
You know that,
somebody
right?
did that. Okay, hold on. Because I want to hit. We talked about the games too. I watch a whole bunch of different podcasts, and they were talking about the games they include. These games you can get dirt cheap.
Yeah,
like
these
these games,
$5-10.
Those games are in Game Pass.
Man,
They're in Game Pass. I don't know if Forza Horizon 3 is.
Yeah, but you can no
Forza
longer buy
Horizon.
Forza Horizon 3.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay, because of the licenses.
right.
Oh, the license thing.
And Sea of Thieves, you need Xbox Live for.
Now, like really?
And you got to pay Xbox
they
Live
did that
for
with the Transformers games. I can't buy them on.
You can't buy Spider-Man either on PlayStation.
No, I mean they're in my
they
digital
pulled the
library, but I
construction.
can't play them.
Yeah, Activision pulled them.
Yeah, of course.
Activision, man, fuck them bitches.
At least
I-
Microsoft brought back Alan Wake, even though the license got pulled. That was good to have.
Dude, there's two companies I hate. I can't stand Activision. I hate with EA.
Dude, I can't believe
EA and
it.
Activision,
I
just
just
can't
beat, what was that game?
stand them.
Forza Street. I beat Forza Street, and I'm like, they gave us this over Alan Wake 2?
Wait,
Oh, Forza
Street. Wait, do you get achievements in that game?
Yeah.
Well, it just said to my computer.
It's
so I
free to
couldn't
download, so download
Forza
it, just
Street.
get some easy
I'm
achievements.
downloading it
Oh,
right
I'm
now.
about to get it now, and I'm about to download.
Check out, I'll
definitely
link
download
my
it.
video. I'll link my
So I can
video.
play it
hang
on
on.
Wait, is it
Xbox.
multiplayer? Is it multiplayer?
No, it's like a one-stick button push. That's
Dude,
it.
it
Oh my
is a
God.
It's a
racer
one-button
on
push.
rails.
Hang
It is
on.
a racer on rails.
I'm gonna-
Oh
So
man,
it's
mine just had an error. Wonderful
Oh,
Windows.
so no
Here.
wonder this shit didn't
Here,
come
I
out
dropped
on
it in the
Xbox.
chat. The game running at 4K 60. I dropped it in the chat.
Mine's installing. It's 3 gigabytes.
It's 3 gigs. Oh yeah, I'm about to
That's
download
big.
this.
You
Just
know
not-
what? That would have been a cool.
And you can download it on your phone too. Let me see how much
Oh
achievements.
wait, I
it's
can
got.
download my phone. Shit, I'll download.
Wait. Do you get Xbox achievements on your phone?
Hang on. Let me check.
If it forces you to log into Xbox Live, yeah.
Stream it.
Oh, I'll log into Xbox Live just get some achievements. Why not?
Yeah, there's 1,000 achievements in it. Smooth. There's 1,000 achievements in it. They're easy to get.
Yeah. I'm on it.
I don't have it on my
bro. I'm on it.
1,000
Shit. I might
achievements, bro.
stream this shit, dude.
Are you
Hold on.
going to? I figured you were going to talk about this. Smooth. Are you going to?
Miami Streets, baby. It's real. Miami Streets.
And it's a quick game. It's like one button push. That's it.
Are you going to talk about?
And it's
the,
controller supported.
The enhanced games that came out.
Oh yeah,
the guy just Smooth was like, I'm gonna play that. And I'm like, yeah, you'll die more than Sekiro, bro.
I got a problem with that. I got a problem. My problem is this. I think Ninja Gaiden is like an amazing series, right? But why is that thing, as far as the digital version, I haven't tried to buy it physically. Why is that game still $30?
It's hard to find, man. It's hard to find.
Dude, that game is hard. I played, like, someone asked me, they're like,
I beat that game on the PS3, Sigma. I beat it on the.
Yeah. I played Ninja
awesome.
Gaiden 3 on my brother's Wii U. Like, someone's like, you can't beat the Wii U with the gamepad. I beat the game with the gamepad. That was insanely difficult because I'm one of those narcissists who like to play the games on the highest difficulty just to torture myself. And I'm like, oh, because games are so easy today. I'm like Smooth. I have to rank up the difficulty just to entertain myself.
Ninja Gaiden is just it's a good series, but I'm just.
Do you think 2 is more hard than 3?
It's $30.
Yeah, it's $30 on Xbox 4.
Yeah, it's $30. 3
you get it used for like
3 is the easiest.
$11 on Amazon used. You can just get the disc.
Yeah, but you know how much you'll get because I remember GameStop gave me like literally like $40 for
what?
The Need for what was that? The Need for Speed that launched with the 360. No, the one that launched.
Oh, you're talking about Most Wanted. Yeah, that's
bro.
Yeah, that game right there.
I bought it from a garage sale at like $2. I'm like, I ain't gonna play this shit. Is that what the GameStop? They gave me $40 for it. I was like, what?
Holy shit,
it was like, yeah, this is rare.
You get $40 for that?
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
they'd be crazy charge at GameStop. I wanted, was it Crash of Titans that BG was talking about the other week on Weapon Wheel? Like I said, $60, a whole new title I could have bought, but I wanted Crash for the Titans for 360.
Yo, on my brick
$60.
Xbox One, on my brick Xbox One, they gave me $30 for the brick.
Wow.
External power supply.
For the original Xbox?
The Xbox One.
The brick itself?
Yeah, the brick itself, $30 they gave me. I sold the shit for parts because it broke.
Basically, it's a.
And you know what else?
$20
for that friggin' adapter that goes on the bottom of the controller too. $20 for that thing.
Wow.
15, $20, yeah.
Oh yeah, the old adapter. You had
Yeah, those old adapters.
Like,
Those, those strap-ons they had to put on the bottom of the Xbox.
Sitting around the house, man.
Yo,
I got tons of those too.
I ain't gonna lie, the original Xbox One that released, oh man, that shit was like That was like a really.
They had so many external things like battery pack.
Yeah,
it was a VCR.
Controller. Then you had to get like a
controller
Kinect
had infrared. Remember the controller had infrared because the Kinect would read it and you could hand
yeah,
the
then they
controller.
finally replaced it with Blu-ray. Was it not Blu-ray? Bluetooth. So you can use Bluetooth on the new Xbox controller.
Right.
Which
I had to wait for headsets to come with that adapter. Like Turtle Beach was like the only one.
Yeah, you had to buy special Turtle Beach headsets. I was like, no thanks.
Yes.
Man,
I waited for the redesign in what was it, 2015? They redesigned the controller for the
X.
I didn't buy another Xbox until the X came out, and that's
I even
when
had the chat pad too.
That's when I upgraded my Xbox because I went from a day one Xbox to an X. Because I was like, there's no reason for me to go.
I don't know what if it's my luck or something. 3 of my fat old Xboxes they would brick. I got the original black one, then I got the Sunset Overdrive one.
You're not. Dude,
no, I have one. My dad's brick.
Yeah,
play on. I bought one for my dad. The brick.
The Slim worked good for me, but then the Slim's disc drive broke, and I said I got like 4 physical games. I just traded that in too.
One X Scorpio Edition day one.
The S was definitely better.
And then like people were like, "Oh, the Scorpio Edition like it had a high overheating rate or something," because I saw all the videos.
You know which one I regret getting rid of?
These moves is overheated too. So I'm like, oh, maybe it's not just the regulars are doing it too.
You know which one I regret getting rid of? The original Xbox One, the 4's the 6.
I had that one too. The blue one that was the from when you powered it on.
Yeah, I wanted that one. I had the.
Dude, I had it too.
That one had the first control that had the grips on it. That was the first controller that had the grips on it.
Yep.
And it had the grips too. Yeah, the blue controller had grips on the.
That was the first one that had it.
I'm gonna go ahead and read the super chat. The Ravenflow said, "Did Jed just say the Xbox One came with a strap on?"
No, I said that attachment for the control was a strap on.
It did come with a strap on with Phil Spencer's glory hole.
Oh my god! Forehead strapped on that thing.
Every time you go to
someone in Smooth's chat when he was watching the live stream said he had no neck. Like what? No neck.
Hey, Smooth is not a cock diesel dude. I think he's bigger than BG, but he ain't a cock diesel dude.
No, I think you're talking about Phil Spencer.
Oh,
not having a neck.
I thought you said Smooth. Okay, now I'm about to say, yeah, the Xbox
One. People are asking me, did you pay your bet with Black Bond yet? They keep asking me that.
He didn't.
He did. Oh,
yeah, I paid him.
No, he did.
Wait, you did?
You did?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
A couple weeks ago.
Right.
Okay. It was like a whole month ago.
Dude, I got GLM in my comment section. He's like, "You should do my tax bracket, man. You're really smart." And I'm like, "Huh?"
Oh, GLM to go to sleep, bro.
That's pretty funny.
GLM was thinking about Duncan Smooth's challenge. So I'm like, GLM Smooth's good. I'm like, Smooth may not be able to beat it. Just give him the 50 hours. Just give him the 50 hours.
Wait, what part are you in? I haven't been watching your
it was funny when Hard 8 jumped in on Smooth, and I was like, Smooth, you need me to jump in to help you there?
Hey, Smooth, no disrespect. The only reason I haven't been watching your Sekiro streams is because I have the game, but I'm playing so many other games, and I'm gonna get to Sekiro later. But I'm like, man, if I watch it, it's gonna ruin it for me. But how far do you think you are in it?
I feel like I don't know.
He's got at least. Well, from what I know, he's got 3 more. He's got 3 more main bosses to beat. He's got 3 more to go.
Oh, he's good.
Are you within striking distance with the amount of time left?
He's got.
I got 9 hours.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I watched your first stream, Smooth, with my wife, and my wife was cracking up. She's like, "This crap."
Dude,
she was like, "This
the best part was when he tried making out with his headset. He's like, "That was." Did you see that? You go to this last stream and click on the timestamp.
You know what's funny? Like my wife is like, she'll watch it, and if he doesn't freak out, she'll stop watching. Once he starts freaking out, she's interested. She's like, "That's funny." I'm like that. She's like, "That's funny." She's like, "He needs to like coin that." She's like, "His rage moments."
Whatever you bring, you can send it to me.
Yo, he did a true testament to those friggin' Plantronic rigs, man. He broke those things like snapped in his hand, and then he put them together. I'm like, I thought he must have broken about 3 times.
Snap them tips off, like yo.
Hey.
You know what
I'm right now.
Plantronics, man. You get to
the funniest moment in gaming in 2019 will be Smooth dunk and slamming that elite controller.
Dude, the fire alarm going off. That was funny. And his wife was like,
telling you right now. At the end of the year.
Wait. At the end of the year. Controller? Elite?
Yeah. Was it the white one you smashed?
The white one. The white one. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be the end of the year, and we're gonna be talking about funniest moments or whatever the case may be. I guarantee you that's gonna come up. Dude, bro, I lost it. I completely.
You think Smooth rages hard as Sekiro? I raged so hard in Portal 1 and 2. Like I broke stuff with that game. With the puzzles.
I got shit. Portal is a shit. Dude,
Portal was amazing, but it made me angry in a good way. I was like,
the fact that you broke an Elite controller, dude, you just smacked, dude. I wish I just saw that.
Analog sticks went flying.
They went flying right off,
and they delicate already.
Oh my!
Did it survive?
Look, I got a Taco Bell Xbox One X, right? And I've never.
I want that shit, dude.
I've never used an Elite controller because
dude, they're great. You got to. I mean, I've had a couple break on me, but overall, Microsoft replaced them for me. They're like,
I've heard so many people have problems. I'm like,
yeah, they do have problems.
I haven't had problems.
I got an Elite controller scuff, and the left stick is already loose, but it still works.
See, I haven't had problems.
I was mad. I spent $250 on that thing.
I use my regular old Xbox One X white controller.
I love the D-pad on the Elite controller, though. That metal thing, I like that.
The D-pad port is really good too. Like it matches your thumb when it curves upwards.
I wish I saw that stream, man. When you were breaking, dude, I would have been crying.
Oh my god, yo, there's somebody made highlight reels too.
Okay, someone wants us to talk about games, so I'll bring up one subject. You guys heard about the Cuphead DLC coming out this year? Allegedly.
Yeah, we'll talk about that for a minute.
We'll talk a little bit about games. So the Cuphead DLC, I mentioned this in my video about the Switch version. So it's going to come to the Switch in, I think, later down the road, but they're aiming for a September release date for it. That's all I know. There's going to have a new playable character, possibly a second one, minus the one girl who's whatever the ghost chick you run into the game.
What, you're talking about? Not Mug Boy. You're talking
about the girl,
name?
T-head lady. T-head lady.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't think of her name.
I can't think of her name because I played Cuphead like 2 years ago, and
so we're getting DLC 2 years after the launch of the game.
People asking me what the price will be, and I was like, I'm like, this might sound high, but it's gonna be possibly either $9.99 or $14.99. That sounds high, but I heard they're adding at least 8 or 10.
But they're hand drawing everything again. That's why it's taking so long.
They're hand drawing new stuff.
New stuff.
And they're gonna have at least 8 to 10 new characters, 10 to 8 new bosses, and possibly some that were at the. Remember the E3 trailer for Cuphead?
Mm-hmm.
Where they had some bosses that were cut from the game. I heard those might be in the DLC.
Now, are they adding the co-op again?
Yeah, the co-op will be there, and the second player could play as the T-head lady.
Online, right? Well, no, they're not doing the online.
Online is still the online feature is still exclusive on the PC.
Right, it's only a I was about to say that.
You have to do like NVIDIA Game Share, and my brother and me tried this. He had Cuphead, so I'm like, let's try it, but he had to use keyboard and mouse. And I use the controller.
I think it'll be the latency would be too much.
I know people want to talk about gaming. Have you guys heard about the GameStop guaranteed love it or 48?
Yeah, what is that about? I saw that thing.
The one where if you get a game, you can trade it in for another, right?
Yeah,
48.
Is that their last attempt to save themselves?
Save themselves.
Yeah, of course. They're turning basically into Blockbuster. Basically,
it could be a brand new retail game.
I'm gonna tell you how it works. This is how it works. You get a standard edition of the game. If you don't love it, you can trade it in 48 hours to get a full refund for in-store credit. So that means that whatever you paid for, you can trade it in to get a full refund for in-store credit. Is that
simple?
Oh, so did you guys see what they did with pre-orders too? Apparently, if you pre-order a game and you want to cancel your pre-order after a couple weeks, they'll only give you store credit.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, you can't get your money back. Yeah, I think if you had to get your money back, you have to like write the game.
And then they're like, "Do you want $1?" Like people, like they would try to put me $1 on a Blu-ray game, and I'm like, "Oh, no, only for the 360 games." Because my disabled brother.
Oh man, that GameStop currency. Oh my god.
GameStop currency.
This might get scratched for sure.
Oh my god, I've seen them sell that shit in front of me to people. Like, oh, do you want to put the warranty on the disc?
And they'll charge you and you won't notice, and that's why I hear a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm like, take that. They've done that to me. I'm like, take that shit off.
I don't know if y'all heard about this big Xbox rumor. This is the big one going around now. I've seen it. The biggest Xbox rumor going around is next gen or this E3 that Microsoft is going to announce a Knights of the Old Republic project that is going to be exclusive, not exclusive, like only the Xbox, but it's going to be exclusive to Xbox for a while.
Who's making it? Owns the rights.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
If that happens, that will make me buy an Xbox next generation because I think Knights of the Old
has
Republic
Star Wars.
Right, but what I'm saying is, here's the thing, Jazz. We don't. To me, what EA does with the next,
I mean, obviously it'll come to Steam as well because Microsoft's trying to push on Steam or something with a partnership where they're going to bring more.
But if they say Knights of the Old Republic, if they say Knights of the Old Republic is coming to the next gen system, it's going to be exclusive there first.
Yeah, timed exclusive.
I'll buy their next.
I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Would it be a timed console exclusive and release alongside PC like Titanfall? Remember Titanfall?
They should. They should need some of those. I tell you.
You know what? But it goes back to whatever Respawn can do with the next Star Wars game. I think is really, to me, gonna prove what they can do with that franchise.
Yeah,
that's how I kind of think about it.
You know, Frog, you said about those games that are backwards compatible. I think by seeing that, I think those 3 games are going to be on E3 stage. They're going to have a new Ninja Gaiden. They're going to have a new Splinter Cell, and I think they're going to have a new Fable. I think that's what those backwards compatible.
You guys I got an email from Microsoft from their new Windows Insider program. It's
oh yeah, I got that too.
Okay, so it didn't specify what this is going to do, but apparently Microsoft had a code inside of this where you'll be able to download your Xbox One games natively on your PC. They'll still run at like 30 frames per second and, you know, whatever.
That's what Brad Sams was talking about.
So it's going to add backwards compatibility to PC. So let's say Gears 3 is on Xbox, right? You'll be able to download it onto the PC and emulate it off the PC now.
Yep.
And apparently that's
how they can bring
supposed to come out at the end of May for beta testers because I'm in the Xbox Insider program. And Microsoft already did this with State of Decay 1. I didn't download it, but I downloaded like a version of State of Decay 1. And I was like, why is this game running so terribly? My friend's like, oh, you're just downloading an emulated version. I was like, they're emulating it on the PC now?
Interesting.
That's how Game Pass is coming to the PC.
Because they want to add, because Game Pass is already on PC, but it's very minuscule. So to do it, they're going to be like, okay, here's an emulator for PC on the Windows Store. Come on over and play Gears 3 now.
Yeah, because what they want to do is they want to not have devs have to develop for PC. They just put it over there.
The frame rate will still be locked at 30 frames per second, but apparently there'll be a dynamic scaling. So you could either do the 4K version, like the Xbox X, or you could do the whatever native resolution that was on the original 360.
Well, I do have a question.
Very buggy, though. The game runs very bad.
I got a question.
The emulator is not good yet.
Because Phil Spencer did, I know this is a big thing that it's been all over the internet, all over Twitter. Phil Spencer announced it, the new studios. He didn't say which new studios, but he said new studios will have something to show at E3.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
And so June the 9th is the big day, right? So I'm just trying to think what studios will be the ones showing games.
From what I've heard, it's not. It might be either the Hellblade dev. It's not
Ninja Theory.
Compulsion games haven't had anything.
Ninja Theory is going to be the big one.
Ninja Theory is one. The second one is what's that racing studio? The ones that make
Playground Games.
Turn 10 is going to show a possible RPG. Now people say it's Fable 4. I don't think it's Fable 4.
I don't think it's Fable 4 either.
No,
they need a Fable game.
I'm telling you, man.
The Fable IP, I don't know.
Fable's coming back, but it's not. It's going to be.
It's not them. I heard that Microsoft wants Obsidian to make Fable 4, but it's not going to release till 2021 or 2022.
Well, you know what?
Once they finish what's that game? The other world.
Fable, man, because Fable, I think
Obsidian would be perfect for it because they're RPG making guys.
Yes. Yeah, I can't see the racing dev making like RPG. I
and
can definitely
Obsidian
see
has a fantastic relationship with Valve, so I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to Steam as well, just so Microsoft can get Xbox.
But they work on the outer worlds, the outer whatever that is.
I wonder if that's going into Game Pass.
That is going to come to Steam after Epic's
wait,
done.
Wait. Hold on. Smooth. You said you think that's going to Game Pass?
Yeah.
If that goes to Game Pass, I'll play. I'll double dip. I'll play it in Game Pass.
From what I heard, it's going to Game Pass after
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah, because of the whole.
That game looks good.
Epic shit.
I'm hoping
it's good. It looks a little bit better than Fallout 4.
Right, it looks good.
I was just see how in depth it is.
It does have some glitches though. Obviously, it's going to not be as bad as Fallout 76 or whatever.
And I know we did as far as all the Xbox, the Gears heads. I know everybody heard Gears 5's multiplayer reveal is going to be on June 14th.
June, yeah.
Which I'm interested. My whole thing is I'm interested to see
man.
how different it is because they compared Gears focused professional players similar to Overwatch League.
Buttery smooth on PC. My brother wanted to play it at split screen at 60. He's like, I don't know what the difference between that and that. And he's like, it ran so good because you know the cutscene where you're driving in the motorcycles, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were playing that on the Xbox, and my brother was getting sick because there was like extreme popping with all the the trees and stuff. Like
right. I know what you're talking about.
So we jumped over to PC. I said, let me crank up the settings to 8. Nothing was popping in. He was playing it fine. Because some people can't deal with that motion sickness that the consoles turn all the motion all the way up, which was good. And Gears, I played Gears 4 multiplayer for like 200 hours, and I maxed everything out almost. So I'm
just looking forward to seeing what's going to be different other than that shot.
Yeah, I want to see what this multiplayer is like, man.
Yeah, definitely. I only play Gears for Horde though. Like the Horde is my thing. Like everyone, I don't use keyboard and mouse. I use a controller. All these people in Gears 4 were scrubs. I just my kill rate would always be 10 points higher, and I'm like, let me just go into Horde mode.
Shoot, I gotta get your Xbox Live name, man. We gotta play. So I like horror.
I need a new Xbox, dude. I mean, hang on. I'm on Windows 10. I have Gears 4 and Windows 10. I'm on Smooth's friend list. You can see me. I'm Holy One on there.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I never found anybody.
I have like the rarest cosmetics too. Like I probably spent maybe $50 on cosmetics, but that was about it.
Damn.
I got all the because I got the special edition stuff because Microsoft. I would play their the esports league. I did their esports thing. I got into the top 50, which is kind of low, but I was like, oh, here's a special crate for you. So I got like the whatever it's called, the Elder.
So I don't know if this is big news, but I know this is I know it's mostly Xbox, but this is just gaming news. David Jaffe, he's known for Gears of War, Twisted Metal. He's making a new game, and he says the game is only going to clock into 4 to 6 hours. It's a budget title.
Fuck David Jaffe.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Yeah, you feel like I do.
Yo, man, fuck. After that scribbled bullshit game, cartoon fucking trash. Yeah, enough of his ass.
I played the free version on Plus, and I was like, "It's like, what is this?
It was horrible. My God, all the
guy must have been doing crack making that or something."
This is a rumor. This is a big rumor. Really, really big of grainy salt. BioShock 4 is in development, and it will be shown at E3 on the Xbox stage.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I want to play that.
Oh yeah, but who's making it? Levine Studios done.
Who's making it? But
BioShock Infinite. People didn't really care for that one, but I like one the best.
Yeah, but Levine has to make it, man.
Infinite was fire.
Man, dude. See, you know what? I beat part 1 and beat part 2. I got to Infinite, and I didn't like it. I think what it was.
Man, you had to play Infinite.
It was very linear, but the story was like out there, but it was still fun.
About Infinite because
the story was great. The gameplay was boring.
It was very convoluted at the end, but overall at the beginning it was good.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you what bothered me about Infinite. I played 1 and 2 right on PS3. And then I got Infinite on PS3, and I said, I'm gonna play a little bit of the racial stuff.
You gotta play BioShock Infinite on PC right now. It looks so good.
I got it on PS4. The racial stuff bothered me because it is not that it bothered me.
Beginning, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what bothered me about it? I was like, this is not what BioShock was about. It's never been about that. BioShock was psychotic. It was never about that whole racial stuff. But I understand where the story was going, and I will eventually beat Infinite. Don't get me wrong. I'm just like, Infinite just threw me off. I was like, this game is not what I thought it was gonna be.
The weird thing about Infinite, not to spoil, I'm not spoiling the ending, but like it kind of played itself like the Matrix Reloaded, where
everybody says the ending, you'll understand it.
No, is that it kind of by them ending the game the way they did, they kind of took away like the kind of specialness, the special part of what BioShock was, because they kind of did this big explanation, and I'm trying not to spoil it, but it's like it kind of just makes an excuse to say they could create as many games as they want as long as there's these certain elements in it. And
okay, let me ask you a question.
It was kind of weird how they did it.
Which BioShock was your first BioShock game?
First one. I played 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
One is by far the best. BioShock 2 is
yes, because 1 you had no clue what the hell was going on.
Oh yeah, would you kindly? That was my favorite line.
Yes,
that's the thing. I started with part 1.
You had no clue.
I went to 2, and then I went to 3, and I was like, what the fuck?
And I liked it. I liked
BioShock Infinite, but once I was at the end, I was like, "What the fuck?"
I haven't played BioShock.
At the beginning, I was like, "Oh, this is good. It looks beautiful."
I know, Alex.
But I mean, that's the rumor that Microsoft was supposed to have BioShock 4 on their E3 stage, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel kind of about Microsoft at this point. I think the reason I'm going to watch E3 and be really excited about what Microsoft shows, they're going to show me a lot of things I don't know about. And even if I don't,
they're just going to show me stuff coming to PC. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yes,
even if I don't
it's going to be everything.
Console, the fact that they showed it on their E3 stage will excite me, because that's what they did last E3. They showed me a lot of games I didn't know about that I was like, holy shit, I want that. I want this. I want that. I want this.
You heard Phil Spencer at the end of Inside Xbox. He basically said that, like, all the gaming, everybody's looking at them, and it's going to be about gaming. So I said, like, everybody of all gaming console should just join in, because it's going to be about everything.
5% multiplats, and that's why people are giving. But Sony's was just like the same exclusives over again.
Well,
I think Sony's
and then Nintendo's was even worse. They showed one game, and that was it. I was like, oh, they pulled this.
Oh my god, they talked about that shit all year. Smash.
I'm a huge Nintendo fan, but I was like, really? This is it?
I never saw them talk about a game for a whole year.
Like that. Sony, whenever Sony does their show, it's gonna all be about PS5, because I think that Microsoft will show their new.
Sony probably won't announce it till next until 2020 at least. Otherwise,
I think they're going to do PSX. It's going to be the big reveal.
Because they want to have people keep buying PS4s. Like people aren't like Nintendo hasn't announced Switch Pro yet.
No, you're totally right. Exactly. They're gonna announce a PSX. I bet you, because that's like at the end of the holiday.
Yeah,
remember when Microsoft announced the S? They released it like a month later.
Well, yeah, they did that, but I could see them. That's why Sony is not going to talk really much about the PlayStation 5 until PSX, which is right near holiday, right after it.
Microsoft's like, we have more consoles coming. Get ready, and I'm like, oh boy.
You think Microsoft announced their next console this E3?
Oh yeah, they're going to. That's the last E3.
Oh yeah,
they're going to be like, oh, we're going to have something coming soon, guys. So keep.
Do you think they're going to show it?
They'll just.
I think they show it.
Somebody announced the PS4. They showed a picture of it, but it was all scattered. Microsoft just to do that, be like, here's a kind of a background image of it, and you have to guess what it is.
See, I don't know if Microsoft's going to show it. I think they're going to show the specs.
They're going to show it. They're going to announce it, and I think they're going to say.
They better not do a price tag, though.
No, they'll not do a price tag till next year. No way.
They'll price cut the X once the new console comes out for sure. They'll probably drop it to $350.
Sony and Microsoft will not talk about teraflops. They're going to talk about these games will run better.
Here's the thing about teraflops. People
aren't going to talk about teraflops.
Yeah, no. I mean, well, this is one thing people keep bringing up. The people are like, Sony's console's going to have 14 teraflops, and I'm like, first of all, AMD. When AMD has higher teraflops, like I'll give you an example. My RTX 2080 destroys the 15 teraflop Radeon 7, and it only has 10 teraflops. Teraflops don't mean
nothing. It
nothing.
Doesn't matter, right?
It's just a power calculation. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's more like teraflops matter with computer calculation and video rendering. That's what people like. You know how consoles video capture stuff.
Multiple, isn't it?
The more teraflops they have, the better video capture you can get. That's why you can get 4K capture on the Xbox One X because there's more teraflop compute unit. It doesn't mean power.
Yeah.
Well, I just look at it like this. I honestly think when I look at Smooth, and I know he's a diehard Xbox guy, and I love the brand of Xbox. I'm not all into Microsoft, but I love the Xbox brand.
I'm still a fan of Xbox. I just if they want to release their games on PC, I'll support them that way too.
Yeah, that's where I kind of moved to.
And I
don't have the console in my house, so I can't directly give them my money at the moment.
I guess for me, when it comes to Microsoft, if they want me as a consumer with the gaming space, they have to give me the software. I don't care what their hardware does. I really care more about software. They got to give me the studios they bought. All their studios they bought from Rare to now. They need to give me stuff.
I think Rare showed their game too. Another one. They got to show another game.
I hope they do because I don't think powers are going to be the narrative next generation.
Yeah. No, it always is. Frog, it's always is at the beginning of the generation.
Yeah, but it's going to be about software. And I think that Sony is gonna have a hard. You're gonna have a hard time beating Sony at the software talk.
I totally agree with that. Yeah,
they have games that are coming for PS4 and PS5.
But the big thing is always when there's new hardware coming out, it's gonna be how much is it and how much power is it. That's always gonna be like the next generation in the beginning.
Like when the first 2 years is about power, so these Xbox guys don't realize is. Okay, why are people not talking about the Xbox One X's power? I'm like, because it's about the games when the generation ends. That's what happened with PS3. People are like, oh, the PS3 is more powerful than 360. Then the generation ends, and then people are talking about the games.
Right.
Because the 360 was slowing down with games releases. All they had was what? Halo 4 and Gears 3 as their major releases at the end of the generation? And
basically.
You mean new IP?
Yeah. New IP, yeah. And that's what I want to see. I want to see which company is going to create that new IP.
Release a new IP, like
you know what? Let me play devil's advocate here, right? All right, one more time. All right, so they redo. Let's assume Playground's working on Fable, right? Are you going to consider that since it's been so long and they're going to redo it and it's going to be brand new by basically a brand new acquired studio? Would you consider that a new IP? No, right?
No. Right. No.
Exactly. That's why that's exactly the reason why I don't want them to do freaking Fable. That's another reason I don't want them to do that.
It's gonna be hard to they're
ass game.
Yeah, Merc, you're right. Like they're in a tough position. If they do Fable, people are gonna say, why is this not this quirky kind of game that has this kind of art style? Exactly. But then if they do like a Witcher type Fable, people will be like, that's not Fable. Just call it something else.
I want a game like
exactly my point. Exactly.
When I got to Fable 3, it was just clunky and messy with a terrible fast travel.
You said what?
Oh, Fable 3 had
Fable 3 bricked my Xbox 360 red rings.
The reason I have an Xbox right now is because I bought a new one.
Red rings.
And then Anthem bricked my Xbox One because people are like, I was breaking my PS4. Well,
no, Fable 3 bricked my Xbox 360.
Like it wouldn't turn on.
No, 3 red rings. I got it. I got a couple of red rings.
I went through at least 3 of them.
I got power supply broken down, but I kept going at them, man. I
reached so heavy on I had the red Xbox 360 from the Resident Evil. That was my first 360 I got from that. And my disc drive stopped working, so I had to put it sideways, then it would work. Then that stopped working, and I was like, oh, great.
Man, my launch Xbox 360 broke when what was it? Oblivion came out. Like NBA 2K broke it, and then Oblivion came out, and I was like, I got this Xbox back.
You want to know when my 360 launch had broke?
When
I remember I had just finished Condemned, and then I caught the I caught the 3 reds during the credits.
Did you lose your saves?
No. Luckily,
no, because they had the hard drive. You could pull it up.
PS3 is a lot different if that breaks because it's not an
it was gone.
Microsoft charged you more with the hard drive there.
But do you think I think go back to Fable? Like I think like they are in a position though they have the name, they got it back from Lionhead. So like I think they're gonna use it. They got the IP. Like I think they're gonna use it. It's just like maybe they'll wait for Obsidian to.
Are you sure they won't sell the IP because?
No, they bought it. They took it.
I hope they're not making that. I hope they're not making that trash.
Let's get before we get out of here because it's getting kind of late. I'm just curious. You know how
there was that rumor about Scalebound IP being sold to either Platinum Games or Nintendo?
Jesus,
that would have been.
Wait till E3. We never know.
That rumor was going around for a month.
Nintendo Direct with Scalebound.
All right, question though. Before we get out of here. Yeah, before we got out of here, because Phil Spencer was talking about like he kind of like gave a hint at the new studios and that they are going to be showing stuff. Who was showing games? What studios of the studios that they bought in over the last year, right? Who you think is showing games and what will they be showing? Let's start with Audible.
Bro, I don't know.
All right,
I don't know.
I can guess at it if you want first.
I don't know if they've already been working on them before.
Yeah.
I don't know if they announced the acquisitions late and they already been working on games.
I got a good one. So I think they might work on an Enslaved 2 because Microsoft did want to bring that to backwards compatibility. That would be lit. I would be like, yes, because I got all the achievements for that game. That game was awesome. That
game is fire.
I want Enslaved 2, bro, because that would make Hellblade they're done with Hellblade. Their next game could be Enslaved 2. That would be one, and it's not that like it could be a AA game, like they said. Like Enslaved could just be a AA game.
I'd buy it.
And then what other studio? Was it the Forza guys?
Yeah,
their RPG.
Let's hope it's not Fable.
I
hope not, bro. I want that goofy ass game.
I'm gonna throw this out here and think it'll be like a dungeon crawler.
Cyberpunk could probably be there.
Did you just say a dungeon crawler?
Yeah,
Hell no.
Yeah.
No, they're not. No.
Yeah. But think about it. We haven't had a AAA dungeon crawler in so long.
Nobody wants a dungeon crawler.
I don't want a AAA dungeon crawler. I'm good, love.
But a dungeon crawler in the Dragon Age Origins sense, that would be awesome.
No.
From who? From Playground?
Diablo.
Because they're working on an RPG. And people think, what's the hard RPG not to make? It's dungeon crawlers.
No, but who? You saying Playground?
Yeah, ew.
Playground's not making what is it? The ones that they said were going to make Fable. The ones that people thinking they were.
Yeah, I think they're gonna make an open world action RPG game.
Yeah,
that could be too. I think that would be my second guess because of the open worldness of Forza Horizon 4 was. They already got the open world driving.
I think Ninja Theory is going to show their game, and I think they're going to show it. It's going to be a COD game. It's going to be past day one.
Is a card game?
That dude is stupid. He's in a card game.
Nah, I'm messing. I think Ninja Theory is gonna. The thing is, though, Ninja Theory is I want to hopefully to have a game with that production value that they had with with Hellblade, and that would be really awesome. But because they were working on other projects on there, and they had to be using that technology that they learned from Hellblade to make something else, and that's probably what they're going to show.
What's the engine? The game engine they used in Hellblade. I forgot what it was called.
Oh, well, I forgot what it was called too.
Didn't they name it after Senua or something like that?
Yeah,
the Senua engine. Maybe it's the Senua
engine. I wonder if they're going to use that. If they would make an Enslaved sequel, that would be pretty incredible.
Man,
And
that's
yo, and
nice.
if they could use like the sound with the Atmos and stuff like that, like really like that, like man, they're gonna the sound in that game was
I
sick.
didn't really care for Hellblade all that much because the whole it didn't scare me. I'm not into the whole scary vibe. Like graphics wise, it was beautiful, but I thought
It was
kind
immersive though, man. That audio was sick.
But it was kind
The
of
audio was cool.
Yeah, it was just a lot of yelling.
It was a cool
screaming.
game. I don't hype up that game like it was something out of this world, but I mean it was cool.
Yeah, and I think Playground Games, their studio will make show something.
Here's a question: what do you think 343 will work on? Because let's say Halo Infinite comes out in 2019, which it probably won't. But what do you think?
I know exactly what they're working on. Tao Fang.
Oh, Tao Fang, yo, that was a shit Tao Fang.
Halo Infinite is definitely going to be catered towards the fans. What about that budget of what was it, $700 million they're working on?
500 million.
That's to pay for the Master Chief.
Wait, do we think that's real? Is that real? Do we think that's real?
Well, looking at game engines, the game engine would definitely cost them $150 million to make.
Come on,
Space.
The Space engine.
Yo, they bought people all that
game engine.
pizza.
It took them 5 years to work off the new engine. That's why God of War looks so good.
Dude, they had to pay for that pizza and the Halo guy in his pajamas.
There was a mod for Halo Reach where it's all pizza. They're like, "Here's the pizza delivery." That was funny.
That's where my focus has been is Halo Infinite. That's where my focus.
I want to see that engine. I want to see that game, man.
The game's going to take place on installation 07. That's confirmed. That's where the flood originated from. Like the primordials. The primordials are actually what the flood were created from. The flood are just precursors that got corrupted and went after the Forerunners for destroying them. But if it's on installation 07, if you read the lore, that would be lit. That would be
that would be amazing.
Then Halo 5 would make more sense because the Guardians. Because remember, there was a ring. If I beat Halo 5 on Legendary, and if you look at the end, the credits, there's a Halo ring and Cortana singing, going da, da, da.
Yeah.
I think, I want to know: is Agent Locke gonna be in Halo Infinite?
I want him there.
Fuck yeah, he's
I
gonna be
wouldn't
there.
mind him,
Dude, I wouldn't care.
Locke is not gonna disappear. He's just not gonna disappear into thin air. He's got.
They'll just show his helmet in the sand, going, "Oh, we knew him well." He's dead.
They should never.
They
should never bring him up again and not even explain his absence. Just forget he existed.
Really?
No, they he went rogue and Oni assassinated him. They could have just done that, you know.
He went back. He went back to the ship.
Why not? I mean, that'd be kind of dope.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they utilize Locke.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I really would like to see them utilize him in a way.
Like just seeing the opening cutscene, Master Chief's like, "You stay here," and then Master Chief just leaves. That's the end of Locke. That's it. His voice actor, like they get somebody else, he goes okay, and that's it. That's all he gets paid. It's like okay, yeah, no, he's Luke Cage now. That's what I mean. Like it's like,
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Let me ask you a question. I know before we get out of here, did Bethesda? I know Bethesda has a lot of.
Oh man,
hold on. I know Bethesda is
talking about glory holes. That's going to be their fucking E3 presentation. They got to suck off everybody and apologize.
Let me ask you this
fucking shit fallout.
Bethesda's in the shit right now, right? But do you think?
Yeah, they want to get into gracious with people, so they're releasing their games on Steam again. They're like,
wait, let me ask you a question.
Todd Howard's handing blowjob certificates out at that E3.
He's like, can I get more job to get my games back on your platform?
Do you think Elder Scrolls the next Elder Scrolls game has some affiliation directly with one of the consoles, like Microsoft? I think
we'll find out in 2030 when it comes out.
Yeah, that's just what Starfield's coming out. That horse shit.
Ever made. That was.
No, he said 2030. Damn. He's like,
that makes sense, and it'll
60
be
years old. You know,
and they're still using that terrible Fallout engine. It makes no sense.
That's garbage.
They do.
Oh my god.
Like
I can't wait. I am most excited for Bethesda's conference. I want to see how they open up that shit after Fallout 76. Like, just like we're sorry.
See, I have to do something for fan service. Something.
I'm telling you, man. He's handing out He's gonna be the hand jobs, and after the show, Todd Howard hand jobs. Get your certificates.
Wow. Scheduling appointments now.
Schedule the fucking line around the corner.
Cream or no cream.
The new Star Wars game, right? That's,
yeah.
What engine is that running on? Does anybody know?
Frostbite.
Never respawns. Oh yeah, Frostbite. Yeah, it's Frostbite.
It is?
All EA games are right now.
Frostbite.
No, wait, because Respawn runs all their games.
Respawn does have their own engine.
Oh, they use the
except NBA Live. Except NBA Live. That's not on Frostbite yet.
Yeah, they're the best game EA puts out.
Oh my god!
Somebody in the chat said the new Star Wars games run out
coming soon.
End the podcast, player.
All right, we gotta get out of here though.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, it's Unreal. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's Unreal. Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for showing up to today's episode, Planet Xbox episode 81. We'll see you guys next week, same time. Shout out to everybody that
feel free to invite me again.
Anytime, Holy One. I didn't realize you
No. He can't come back here. No.
Out too many facts, man. Sorry.
Oh shit!
Too many words. Too many words.
All right, but before I go, I do gotta read this.
More.
There was a sticker cat that we might have missed. Hold on, he says Guerrilla Games and Corey B are making a new IPs. Like, oh, Guerrilla Games. But yeah. I'll be resuming the Sekiro stream probably from Friday onward. From Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I might do the stream. The goal is to get it done this week so that I can ease into Days Gone. And wish me the best of luck, but I'm getting out of here, guys.
Get that money.
See.
All right, you guys have a good night. As always, Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. And shout out to Audible, Double O Meadow Frogs, Holy One, Jazz, Meds, Merc. Peace.
Good night.
Wow.